Hello, everyone. Thank you, Dev, for letting me host this on your channel since I
No
can't
problem.
on mine. Well, for you hosting even on your channel. But right, hello, everyone. So we're doing another game of D&D because we're actually all in the same place at the same time. Right, so last time, if I recall correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, V demonstrated his powers to the Patriarch, who acknowledged his truth spell ability. Dev demonstrated himself to be a religious extremist. Uzulu and Rags went to Pendley and paid Simon, the research scholar at the library, to research the signet ring, which will take a week. Arch organized the camp, purchased a ship after taking the loan, and is stocking it with food and water for the island. You've contracted several companies to build the dock, the mine, and the tower. They're built by different corporations and managed by different teams managed by guild licensed corporations. And so, as I understand it, there are several things you're like potentially going to do. Go over to the island and pacify it, find a good place to actually get the corporations to come to. I thought that like Uzla and Rag said they wanted to go and no, that was the thing. But someone wanted to go back to Dorwin and get people or something. I don't know. What are you guys doing?
We're gonna Tropico. We're gonna Tropico hard.
Well, the trip to Dorwin is a week, right? If I remember
Yes.
correctly. Yeah, so it's a week there, then a week back. I think that's too long to go do that now. We'll do that on another trip, I think.
Mm-hmm.
If enough pirates come, this will become Tropicant.
Do we want to hang around a week to wait for your ring to go through? Or how long will it take the guilds and things to load up the ship and get us all ready to go?
Right, good question. Let me check. They reckon 3 days to get all the ship and a crew and all this sort of thing together. But they're going to send their own crews and ships with the materials, guards, and workmen to do the relevant jobs.
Okay, so do we want to wait an extra 4 days on top of that, or do we just want to wait 3 days and then catch up on the ring later? What do you guys think?
We'll
I don't know
do
if
the ring first, because it might not be important, but why wait? It could be. This could be Sargon being like, hey, super important plot point, I'm just not going to tell you, because fuck you.
You might have just been like, what kind of random loot can I throw at them?
Also, maybe the Patriarch will ask me to interrogate Stavron, because that was the whole point of showing my abilities. So.
That's true.
Oh yeah, because you're such a loyal friend.
I doubt it, because the Patriarch was very much so like, yes, but they can resist it. And you're like, yes, but...
No, they can only resist. Like, if they resist it, I know. So if he actually wants to interrogate, he can just ask the guy not to resist it. And if he resists it, it means he has something to hide.
A bit of a heavy-handed...
that's what it means. Yep.
Well, it's like being connected to a lie detector, and you're resisting. It's like, well, if you're resisting, then obviously you have something to hide. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
like
why claiming your right to stay silent means you're guilty.
Okay, well, so are we going? Will the people wait an extra 4 days on the ship, or like what do they have to say about us waiting an extra 4 days?
What do you mean waiting an extra 4 days?
Well, it takes them 3 days to load up and get ready to go, right? Well, if we wait an extra 4 days to make it a week so we can wait for the ring, are they willing to hang around?
Like, what? Who? Like the
various
refugees?
contractors and.
Well, yeah, you're paying.
We can just tell them to not start loading.
Yeah.
And they just, start in 4 days instead.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll be waiting a week. What do you want to do with our week, guys?
Well,
Pass the time.
let's see. Yeah, well,
Fast
I agree.
forward.
I don't have anything to do yet.
Then just do what V suggested and fast forward.
I haven't gone shopping for ages.
Yeah, let's go shopping, guys.
I haven't played Path of
Yeah.
Exile in ages.
These shoes are kind of riding up on the balls of my feet.
Right. So 4 days later.
Hold up.
You're just gonna jump us ahead?
Hold up.
Yeah.
There actually is something I really quickly want to buy. I don't think it'll require a roll. I want to get an axe and some nails because I don't think Arch is going to have his guy share with me. I want my own supply. And since we're in Penderley, it shouldn't cost too much.
I want to go to the Prince of Smith and show him the Ankag thing and go like, here, make me a shield.
Okay, we can do both of those things in the course of a week.
Yeah, but the problem with that, Arch, is that it's just going to be shield.
No, Sargon promised me.
Sorry,
Did he now?
what did I promise?
Yes, he made the holy promise. I asked him, will it be just a shield, in which case I'll ignore it, but he was like, no, it won't be just a shield.
What? Sorry, what's this? Sorry, I was.
The Ankeg piece.
Oh yeah. The Ankeg stuff will be. It won't just be a regular thing.
See, I have received a guarantee from God.
V, can you confirm this is God?
No.
What good are you?
I actually have very low religion in the stat.
Imagine my shock.
Considering you so bravely pronounced to the savages that all gods are your gods, I don't believe that.
That was the kafia, or what do you call it? The one where you're allowed. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So V's invented tequila. That's interesting.
You literally said that my religion is a mixture between Christianity and Islam.
Yeah, and I didn't say which parts. So
Well,
this is a.
Look. By the next session, I want you to write me a religious book so I can read.
I love that you're going to basically found Islam. Right. So, are you waiting for the week or what?
I would like
I'm going to
to-
get my fucking shield.
Oh, okay, Arch will do yours first, I guess.
Right. So what?
First of all.
You taking the Ankeg armor to someone to forge a shield for you?
I want to take it to the prince's armorer dude, because that was what you told me I had to do.
Oh, right, yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Arch, you don't use shields, do you?
Of course I do.
Yeah, with his rapier, yeah.
I would like to knock on his door or tent
Never
flap or
noticed.
whatever.
Okay, hang on a sec. Right, yeah, you can go to Prince Emmerich's camp. They recognize you, obviously, and let you in. You can go and see. There's an entire team of smiths, actually, that are constantly working.
Family of Smiths?
No, team.
The Smiths?
I'll just look for the one that looks most like a dwarf.
Yeah. Well, you can find the foreman, as it were, and after introducing yourself and explaining what you need, he tells you that he can have it done within 3 days.
Oh, what a good lad. Is he
Oh.
small? Is he fuzzy?
No, he's just a big burly peasant. It'll cost you 40 gold pieces.
Cost me?
Yep.
Fucking cost me?
Yep.
Ask him if he knows who you are.
He does know who you are.
Then why does it cost me? I'm his boss's dude.
Because it's still labor that needs to be paid for, my lord.
All right, okay. We're going to have to talk about the the value of labor here.
Let me tell you about the free market, Sonny Jim. But no,
This isn't a free market, he's a serf.
To
exactly.
be honest,
This ain't no free market and there's no competition.
Arch, if I'm with you,
If
I
you're
can
free, I will suck you with
negotiate.
an invisible hand.
I can definitely negotiate, Arch, if I'm with you.
I can negotiate too. I'll look at him stunned as if he's just trying to steal my firstborn child.
Okay.
Do you have any idea how good my intimidation skill is?
I can intimidate him, that's hostile. And this is Sargon's RP, where any form of intimidation is basically the same as punching someone on the street.
No, you can intimidate him if you want.
I'm going to
It depends
persuade
who you
him.
Like this is a guy of lower social status to you, so you can intimidate him all day.
I've told him that his low social status means that he should give me things for free.
Well, he stumbles and fumbles his words a bit, but he says, I can't do it for free, my lord. How about for 30 gold pieces?
Much of a minus for an 18, but I'll take it.
It's 10 gold pieces, you Scrooge.
Bah, humbug.
You know,
This is how rich people get fucking rich. This is what you guys don't understand.
I would have said that, considering he's got the privilege to work with such materials, and for a person of your stature, it would be a really good commercial for his village.
Yeah, but that'd be a
Quite
lie, though. I mean,
Quite
this is an
possibly.
insect corpse he wants to work with here.
Well,
I can't pay you, but do it for exposure.
It's a rare material. It's got good, unique properties. So
I'll give him 30 gold pieces.
Okay.
You know the guy without the nose, the one that looked really obvious and very cool. The
Yes.
devotee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one you want me to give you a favor for. I know. I'll consider it if you behave this whole session.
Yeah, sure.
Well, the devotee's Baron Monva's man, isn't he?
Oh, he is.
But he owes me a favor, and yeah, don't worry.
That's
We
true.
will do that too. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, right. Okay. He says come back in 3 days.
Right. I guess now we go entertain these inquisitorial ambitions.
Okay. And so, what exactly is it you'd like to do?
I would like to go to Baron Monva and ask him his
Who
blessing.
are you taking V with you?
Yes, of course.
Right. Okay. I'm just checking. I don't know. Right. Okay. Sorry.
He's the one asking. I just need the Baron's blessing to use his no-nose Inquisitor.
Right. Hang on a second. I'll have to have a quick think about a few things. Check some notes. So, don't mind me for a second.
This was unexpected for the GM.
Which is odd, considering how long you've been praying about this.
We're taking this
There's a
off
prize,
the
but a welcome
rails.
one.
V, just what exactly do you want him to do?
To study under him.
Right. Okay.
Teach me the ways of the Force.
Teach
We
you
shall
the
watch
ways
your career
of
with great
breathing
interest.
with your mouth.
I got the Patriarch's blessing to do so.
Are you going to be making nose puns the whole time you're in the room with him?
No. I'll behave.
You just pretty much did it there, actually.
I would never make fun of his nasal hole.
Well, you might. Who knows?
Okay. Right. Okay. So, to arrange a meeting with Baron Monva, you go there with V. You enter his tent and he greets you warmly. He says he's glad to see that you're well. He's sorry to hear that you pledged your allegiance to Prince Emmerich, but he hopes that you can be friends.
Well, you know, bigger dick and all that.
Would you really tell him that?
Arch likes to get fucked by a stud, I guess.
But yeah, if I'm gonna get fucked, at the very least I should enjoy it, shouldn't I?
Most people think you should work your way up to that point.
Yeah, but I'm not most people.
Fetish on stream.
Right. Okay.
I'll be like, you know, so I'll try and smooth it over and tell them, of course, we can remain friends. And in fact, it is because we are such good friends. I came here today on behalf of my follower, V.
Take a polite bow.
Yep. Okay. What's that background noise, by the way? V, I'm looking at you.
No, it's not me.
It's Uzulu this time.
Uzulu.
It's been
I don't
Uzulu
fix
a
that.
lot of times. I think he gets the reputation now instead of V.
No,
I've been party trained.
except that I still have a laptop on to play videos with my girlfriend, so I need to find an innovative solution for that.
Right. Sorry. Say that again, Arch. What you were asking? Do you want V to study? Yeah.
Yes. We're asking for V to study under the Inquisitor. And we would, of
Oh,
course,
he's not an
like...
Inquisitor. He's not an Inquisitor.
Right, whatever. But we want the Baron's blessing, of course, because he wouldn't want to do anything without it.
Right. The Baron Monva, he just blinks a bit and says, "Well, I mean, you would have to ask Amal himself. I don't get to decide such things." He sends a servant to go get him, and 10 minutes later, devotee Amal comes into his tent. He greets the Baron formally, and he turns to you and looks you both up and down, and then gives you a slight bow, formal bow, and says, "How can I be of service?"
Oh, V, get the sucking.
All right. I introduce myself. I point out that I have the blessing of the Patriarch himself to study under him. I have been touched by the divine, and I would require guidance from a man of the church.
That sounds
Right.
a lot like V, just like I got touched by the Patriarch.
He seems very surprised by this, really, and he approaches you and he starts walking around you and kind of examining you physically. And,
He opens your mouth, checks your teeth.
No. Just looks at you, doesn't touch you. And as he's doing this, he just says, "So, when did you first realize that you had the divine touch?
After my village was destroyed by the followers of the beast god.
That's fascinating. So, how do you feel about the followers of the beast god?
I feel a lot of animosity towards them, and I believe we need to go into their lands and take their women, take their lands, and convert them to the true religion.
Says that's fascinating and pulls out a set of calipers. Do you feel like taking beast women often?
Oh,
And he starts measuring the shape of your skull.
the race realism begins again. Sargon, you are already in trouble, man. I know this is Dev's channel, so fucking feel free, but still.
Sargon, they're going to shut down your Patreon.
Oh dear. But carry on.
So that I am a man of the cloth, so I do not require any women. However, what other faith awaits the infidel?
Do you think that our men seek beast women?
I shrug and I say, I think warriors need reward for their plunder.
A virgin by choice, I'll have you know.
It is in the holy book, after all, that
he says, do you not think that the human warriors that we have should lay with human women?
Answer is yes, V. The answer is yes.
No, come on, let V answer himself.
By the way, Sargon, weren't the followers of the beast god also human, or were they looking different?
No.
Oh. All right. Well, I didn't know that. That was something important to know.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, but you guys aren't refugees, so
yeah.
Come on,
word gets around.
Come on, let V have a conversation with this guy because V's trying to have a conversation with this guy.
Yeah, but you should have given me this important information before having the conversation.
Honestly, I thought it was implied. I thought I'd
read
said.
between the lines. That's the last I'll say.
Yeah, you never said that. I say, of course, it's important to maintain the purity of the race. What was I thinking?
He kind of recoils. What do you mean purity of the race? I just think it's wrong to lie with animals. And he goes around to your front and then tells you to lift your head up.
I lift my head up.
He asks you how many hours of study you've spent with the holy book.
Before the calamity that befell over my village, I have spent many nights at the full moon with the candle in front of the holy book. But after the calamity, I did not spend as much time as I wanted to.
He goes, you have a liar's throat. That's very interesting.
No, maybe he means the instrument lyre.
He tells you to look down and to put your head down, and then asks you, what would we do with 1,000 pagans who refused to convert to our religion?
Death is the sentence.
Is that what you're unironically going to say?
The message in the holy book is clear. Death is the sentence. Unless they choose to work under slavery.
Well, hang on. He quotes a passage that you're familiar with, that essentially espouses universal peace and tolerance. But what about passage X that says why?
Mixture of Christianity and Islam, eh? Universal peace and tolerance.
I will say this is why. Yeah, this is why I came to you, devotee, because I do need guidance in these things. It seems that my knowledge of the holy book might not be as powerful as I thought it was.
Okay. Right. Okay. So he asks you what you do if you find two men laying together.
Turn them over to the Inquisition.
How big are the dicks?
Is there room for a third?
I actually did travel with a companion that pretended to be a woman, and the Inquisition.
And you did deal with him fittingly. That is true.
And, I did turn him over to the Inquisition.
Mysteriously, the Inquisition.
Okay, hang on. Right. So, Amal just asked, why would your local lord not be a sufficient person to hand this person over to?
because I was in a foreign land and my local lord didn't have the institutions required to handle with such a person.
And what if your local lord was lying with another man? What would you do then?
Turn him over to the Inquisition.
He asks you, do you think I work for the Inquisition?
Of course not.
That was a very good answer. And that came so quickly, it's obvious you used to live in a communist country. You knew exactly what to say.
Nein, comrade. Never, Sovarish.
Right, okay. He would do what I would normally describe as sniffing, but because he doesn't have a nose, it's a kind of sucking, gurgling sound from the center of his face. But
Allow me.
That's not good enough. That's not sucky and squelchy
It's
enough.
not. Yeah, it's not sucky and gurgly enough.
Yeah,
That's
but
best I can do on short notice.
But he turns on his heel and walks the where he first stood, puts his hands in front of him in sort of prayer motion and says, how's he going to word this? I do not believe that this person is disciplined enough to be my student.
Please, Daddy.
Please, Daddy. Let me see how I should put this.
Quickly,
It's,
cast Eagle Splendor upon yourself.
I would say, is there anything I could do that you would reconsider? Considering that I am, we're going to go on a crusade, I would require all the discipline that I can get.
Discipline me,
Daddy.
Mental. I don't know how to suck more than I'm already. Yeah.
I've been a
Daddy.
He shakes his head and says, "No, I don't believe that now is an appropriate time. I think there is too much going on with the Crusaders. You say you can try and persuade him or intimidate him or something like that if you want.
Quick V, roll a 20 performance.
You are welcome to give that a go.
Go for the intimidation one.
What exactly should I intimidate him with?
If you don't take me as your apprentice, you're going.
No,
to hell.
I'll actually fall on my knees, and I will cite a religious passage about
Okay.
how you should learn from your elders, and that I'm definitely willing to do anything that he asks.
Okay. You making a persuasion roll or what?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
Nothing surprising there.
Right, okay, so get fucked.
The Inquisitor unzips.
V's persuasion. I want to roll for once. Look, it's really rare to win a persuasion roll against V, so I'm going to take pleasure in it when it does happen. He gives another sort of gurgling sniff. Just, I can't even do the sound.
Yeah.
But, and says, I find that unlikely, but maybe when you... Maybe what condition is he going to give you?
You should have lifted his robes instead.
He's already on his knees.
Yeah. You got an
Find
audience?
me a new nose.
No.
Discover me a new nose. Make it
Do you
No,
have
laugh.
a spell that'll regrow
he
his nose?
just says he doesn't think this is a feasible thing for you or him to do at the time being.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Unless you want to intervene, Arch. Like bribe him or something.
Maybe bribe him.
You know, you could actually say that it's better with him than me staying with the Inquisition.
We could set up an elaborate performance where one of us pretends to be badly injured and one of us rushes into the tent and says, quick, someone's injured. And then we pretend that V heals them in a way that astounds the Inquisitor.
Yeah. I'll just step forward and I'll be like, what is his title? Like, what can I call him respectfully?
What, a devotee.
Okay. Good devotee. Imagine how much damage V could do if left unsupervised. Would it not be better to take care of him yourself?
Honestly, that's one of the reasons I don't want him too near me.
Roll, Sargon. Roll a 1, Sargon.
Unfortunately, I didn't roll 1. What did you get? 14. He he says that's purely the reason that he doesn't want him so close.
Well, I tried. The devotee simply does not have any charitable spirit.
Not at this time.
You're a loose cannon.
Very well. I shall take my leave.
Okay. He bows and nods to Baron Monver and says, if this is all you require of me, my lord, and then leaves. Baron Monver turns to you, Arch, and says, I'm sorry. It's really nothing that I have too much influence over.
Oh, no, it's quite all right. I am sure me and my manservant will find some other ingenious way.
Right, okay.
Now,
he offers you food and drink if you want to stay.
Ooh, free food.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe don't say that out loud, Arch. Not very befitting.
Clap your hands.
I mean, you can stay and eat with him and spend some time hanging out and just chilling if you want.
Of course.
Okay. How long are you going to stay there for?
Oh, let's see. Well, I've got 3 days to spend, so...
Well, okay. Do you want to impose on him or what?
So I just sit down and stay there for a week.
Yeah, I'll be here for the next week, so,
He's a nice
break out the
couch.
backgammon.
Now that you offer it, I'll just have a good meal with them and a respectful chat, then we'll leave.
Okay.
So 2 or 3 hours.
Okay. Right, okay. I mean, he just tells you about himself. I assume you tell him about yourself. Anything else you'd like to do before you go? Before you go back to your camp?
I don't think we have anything else to do. I mean, we're now going to have to find some way of getting a picture of the devotee sleeping with a beast woman so that we can get a bit of leverage, but that'll have to be for another day.
Right, okay. Wishes you well, and you both leave.
Right, V, you're going to have to dig up some dirt on the devotee.
Yeah, but I think he keeps his nose clean because probably the Inquisition is all over his
Jesus
ass. Which is why
Christ,
he was so
his
scared.
nose-
That was fucking low.
I really don't think that's...
His nose isn't even cold yet.
I mean, it's not dirty.
but
Even cold, yeah.
that's honestly, V, that's an interesting point you make there.
The Inquisition hates him. Like, I'm telling you this, right? They despise this man. If there was any... Imagine, like, the boards trying to find out shit about him constantly. That's what the Inquisition does to him. So...
Right, okay, that's interesting. Right, okay, well, what are you doing? Are you just going to wait back at your camp for the week until...
There's something I'd like to do. I'm still in Pendley. I was left there, I think. I would like to buy an axe.
Right, okay, a hand axe is 4 gold pieces.
Not a weapons axe, like a tool
Oh.
axe to cut
okay.
to chop down trees.
Well, what's the difference?
I don't know.
Yeah, 4 gold
The
pieces.
price. 5 gold pieces for an axe. Jesus.
There's only 4. I'll just like 10 gold pieces for an axe. I'll go get that for you. Hand it over. It's only 50 gold pieces, but I'll be back in an hour.
Is Bishop Stavron in the camp?
Hold on.
He does visit the camp, but he's not there right now.
I'd also like to get what did we decide the nails were for price?
Probably a silver piece for 50 or something like that. I'm just looking here. I was just looking, then I got distracted.
Okay.
You're going to build your church with an axe and 50 nails, Dev.
Well, I'll probably need more than 50, but yes.
I figured.
Not even wood or planks, just 50 nails and an axe.
If you're going to build it literally from chopped wood, I think you're going to require a couple more things.
It's not going to be a great church. People have been asking with a few super chats now for going to go kill more ankegs for the armor.
Right, gold piece for 1,000 nails.
Okay, I'll get 1,000 nails.
Mm-hmm.
If Bishop Stavron comes into the camp, let me know.
And the last thing I would like to do is bring the cart and the horses and all the things on it to the Inquisition camp and arrange the same deal we had last time for them to take care of it.
Yeah, they can do that.
Right.
How long are you going to be gone for?
I'm not sure. We didn't have to tell them last time.
A week until the boat goes, and I'd say 3 weeks, so we'll be sure. If we show up early...
You're leaving the horses there as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a silver piece per day for the horse, per horse. I forgot to do the horse prices last time, so...
Okay. Yeah, I think it was free last time.
Yeah, I know, it's because I forgot.
Let me pull up the cart text, and I'll take it out of the cart money.
Okay. Yeah, so how many days? So it's four silver pieces a day, isn't it? 'Cause you got 4 horses.
Yep, 4 silver pieces a day, and it's 3 weeks, so that would be 21 days.
You don't have the key. I guess you're going to have to
84
pay
silver.
yourself.
84
You don't have the key to the horse?
to the chest. I'm sure Archie will front me.
That's an interesting idea. But no, just take it from the card. It's fine.
Yeah. But there we go. Took it off the cart.
Okay.
It was 84 silvers.
Okay, yeah, the cart will likely be safe in the Inquisition camp.
Great. I think that's all we have to do. At least all I have to do, unless you guys actually wanted to go ankeg hunting. But other than that, I think we can just wait.
No, I can't even really use that armor, so...
Yeah, let's wait.
Okay. Right, okay,
I
well,
can.
you're just waiting for... How many, is it 7 days you're waiting for?
Yeah, well, until
Well, 3
Sargon
days,
comes
then I'll
in
go
the
get
camp.
my shield.
Okay, yeah, after 3 days you can go get the shield. It's really good looking shield. It's quite light, and it's more resistant than than wood, sorry, that shields are normally made out of. Instead of giving you a 2 bonus, it gives you a 3 bonus to your armor class.
Yay.
What happened to the bear pelt? The dire bell pelt. We gave it to someone to make an armor out of it, and he said it will take like 2 weeks.
No, we ended up not giving it to anyone.
Oh.
So where is it?
I still carry it around.
Do you still have it on you?
Yep. Salted bear meat and dire bear hide.
Yeah, you have a hide and then 1 cured pelt in your inventory. I think we all got a pelt, actually.
I like how you have Island in Arch's inventory.
Did you actually have island in your inventory, Arch?
And massive swamp monster head.
You actually do have one
Yes,
island. You have an island in your inventory.
It's my island.
What's the weight on that?
Yeah.
0. It's just a piece of paper.
Did Bishop Stavron come into the camp?
Yeah, he does come into the camp.
Okay. Well, when he does, I would like to speak with him.
Okay, you can go and approach him on any one of the days he's there.
Yeah, I ask him if he can come somewhere more private so we can talk.
He nods and walks away from the camp with you so you can talk privately.
Yeah, my dear Bishop, I'm afraid to say that the Patriarch has asked me to perform something that might involve you.
Roll
says
for
what's that?
lies.
Bow chicka wow wow.
What did you say, Sargon?
Well, he said, what's that?
There is a miracle that I can perform, which causes a circle of divine truth. The people inside the circle are compelled to tell the truth.
Okay.
Unless they're not.
And what does this mean for me?
I believe that the Patriarch might ask me to perform this interrogation technique on you, but it's just my opinion, and there's nothing concrete yet. If the Patriarch asks me to do so, I will not be able to refuse it.
He nods sagely and folds his arms behind his back and says, well, I suppose I shall hope that the Patriarch doesn't have need to interrogate me.
However, a person can resist this interrogation technique if they are strong-willed, and I would be the only one knowing if a person resists or not. If you manage to resist, you will be able to lie, and I will tell the Patriarch you're telling the truth.
And why would you do that for me?
Because we already had this conversation last time. I believe your interpretation of the Bible is the correct one. After seeing an entire village of innocent people being beheaded, a man might change his opinions.
Yes, seeing it, not doing it, mind you.
Oh, he did see it. He just
Listen, nothing he said was technically inaccurate, but
that's true.
Bishop Stavron just says, "Well, how do I know I can trust you?"
You don't have to trust me. If we reach to that point and you manage to resist the spell, I will simply tell the Patriarch that you have not resisted it, and everything you say will be considered the truth. There is no trust requirement.
How can I know that you're going to do that?
Oh, I guess you're just going to have to trust me. If the Patriarch orders me to do it, I will have no choice.
Right. Okay. He nods and smiles and says, "Well, I will hope that I am never interrogated by the Patriarch."
Let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. And I thank you for trying to heal the people in the camp.
He just says, "It's my duty," and then carries on.
I wish other bishops would see things the same way you do.
He nods quite sagely and says, "Do we not all?"
Yeah. I love the fact that I can actually get points with the Patriarch and this guy at the same time without actually getting anyone to be pissed off.
The fact that Sargon no longer makes you roll for lying through your ass.
He's probably a little bit fatalistic. Like he knows. I mean, is saying half truths really a lie, Arch?
Yeah, but even then, I mean, Bishop Stavron isn't stupid.
Does he also see that V has a liar's throat?
Maybe he does.
But to be fair, he doesn't need to trust me. Like there's nothing involved on his end. Like I'm not asking him to do anything. So,
well, that's not entirely true.
What exactly am I requiring from him, Arch?
You're asking that, okay, you should get interrogated by the fucking Patriarch?
No, I said if it comes to the point where he is interrogated, and if he manages to resist the spell, I will tell the Patriarch that he didn't resist, and everything he says is true.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
No. Pass the time, please.
Okay. Okay, you wait another 4 days.
I do a training montage and get a +1 to strength.
I'm afraid not. But you can do a training montage. Okay, yeah, you wait for 4 days. How are you feeding your people in this time?
By doing the Inquisition deal. I go to their camp, I create the food there, and then they deliver it to the...
Right, but does that feed everyone? I thought I only fed 48 people or something.
Let me check.
We only have 40 people now.
Well, does it feed everyone? I mean,
yeah, I think so. Hold on.
It used to be able to feed the entire camp, and we're now down to half, so I think it should.
Great food and water, blah, blah, blah.
15 people a day.
Yeah, so I can cast
do
it
this?
3 times.
Right, okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Unless there's more people coming in, because the rumor spread,
You don't seem to have any more people.
Oh, okay.
Right, okay, yeah, you can... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, the 7 days has passed. You can carry on as you were.
Are you still training them, Arch?
No.
Okay.
Not just fuck it.
Yeah, we just have those fighters out of them, I guess, the 5 fighters or whatever it was.
I did try to pump the people up. I told them that we're going to go back to the other refugees to get more, and there's going to be actual jobs. Like there's going to be an island, and there's going to be a mine where people will work, and they're going to have a good living, blah, blah, blah.
We're
blah.
taking their jobs.
yeah, we're the immigrants now.
Yeah.
Right, okay, roll persuasion or performance, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
Let's see how pumped up these guys get.
Is there any way for me to assist V in this role? Because I've been there.
Doesn't need it.
Not that he needs it.
I don't think he needs it now.
Like, this is why I'm celebrating when I win against V's persuasion rolls. And it's not that I don't even give a shit. Like, there's no negative to me if his people get really pumped up about it, excited. At this point, it's just a moral victory for V not having some sort of god of luck on his side. But the god of luck is, of course, on V's side. So Yeah,
It's a-
I mean, they're quite dispirited when you first start trying to persuade them that things are going to get better. They're really down because things have been really rough for them. But the more time you spend with them, V, the happier they are that you're around, and the more that you start perking the spirits up. So by the end of the 7 days, these people are chomping at the bit to go. They can't wait to get to this new island and set up a brand new homeland. And it's you've promised them riches. It's we're all going to be everything's going to be great.
Yep. Actually, I asked them to think of arguments to convince the other refugees to join. So first, we're going to go to Dorwin to get more people, and then we're.
What are you talking about? You're just making that up.
Arch,
that is
Hold
coming right out of his ass.
my bad. Arch was the plan. Like, aren't we going to get more people?
My bad.
Let
No,
me become a real
not yet,
politician.
not
It's not
yet.
lying
You
to you.
fast forwarded. We're about to leave now.
All right.
It takes a week just to get there, so we're gonna do another
No,
trip.
but Arch, like, you plan in the future to go to Dorwin, so you get more people from there, or are you just going to go to the island and be
Well,
happy with these 40 people?
That was originally Dev's plan, and I do like sabotaging Dev, so we'll see.
I think it's a good
It
plan
might
to go to
happen.
Dorwin and get people if we need more people. Yeah.
I mean, are 40
it's,
people enough
like
to-
from a practical point of view, I mean, there were hundreds of people at Dorwin, so it's probably
bad
better, more sensible to take the ones you've got first and set something up.
And that's what we'll do. We'll bring these guys first, then we'll
Right.
see.
Okay. Well, the week has passed, so if you want to go and collect your signet ring, you can.
Let's go. Yeah.
Right. How are you getting into Pendley?
People in the chat are saying that I'm a real politician.
Yes, you're a real politician now, V. How are you getting into Pendley?
Let's see. Because last time we were kind of already there doing business.
Yeah, you need Arch's signet or his coin or whatever it was.
Does somebody need to kiss Arch's ass?
Yeah, the guild.
dear.
You need Arch's guild token to get in, or you can try and convince him, I guess.
Well, we'll just let Arch know that we need the coin to. Sorry, we need the coin to go and pick up the ring so we can finally find out just who it belongs to, and we'll see if it means something or if it doesn't mean much.
And since Rags is the one asking, I'll just come along and open the gates.
See? All right, who's coming with? I guess Uzalu. Anyone else?
I guess just you three. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Let us go and unravel this mystery of the ring.
Okay. You head to Pendley. Arch can gain access to the city, and you can go and see Simon the scholar at the library. And he pulls out a parchment in which he's made a bunch of notes, and he reads it out to you and says, it's a very old and antique version of the heraldry of a house of Pendley. The house is called Naron, and the current head of that house is one Sir Giles. The ring is likely to have been his great-great-great-great-grandfather's on his mother's side, so related to the Queen of Pendley. The problem is nobody actually knows where Sir Giles is, as he went mysteriously missing not long after the crusade was announced.
To be honest, that's probably for the best.
He probably owns the
I'm
island.
sure Arch
somehow.
would agree with me that we don't want someone who may have a claim to the island buzzing about the place.
He doesn't have a claim to the island. He is dead.
To be honest,
The person, whoever had this owned the ring, died decades ago, probably like 120 years ago, something like that. Sir Giles is still alive and he's somewhere, but it's last seen alive, but nobody knows where he is.
I mean, it's very possible that Giles does have a
still a
legitimate
descendant.
claim.
Arch, maybe there's a reward for taking the news to his family so they can have some peace of mind.
Me, are you there?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're at the camp.
He teleports in.
Yeah. V and I stayed
I heard
behind.
you talking about rings.
Right. So, Arch, Rags, and Uzalu, what are you doing?
What do we need to do? We've got the ring, we've got the information.
Well,
I assume like the only reason we were interested is in case there is any reason that it might affect our operations. But if it's an ancient house and the current main man is missing,
How long?
it's probably not a problem. Yeah, we could ask that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So,
say again.
how long has Sir Giles been missing?
Probably about 8 months now, something like that.
It's quite a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume this is a fairly obvious case of like, the only problem is if they were likely to notice. So if they're not going to notice.
Well, the island's not on any map, so he hasn't filed any claims. So even if he had hypothetically arrived and said, this island is mine, there's no evidence of it. So that doesn't really matter.
That probably is the same of your claim right now.
No.
Sure
I
it'll
have
change
the actual
eventually.
island. It's on a map in the guild. They have recognized it.
Yeah, they
I've
Is
also
it?
got the prince's backing.
They have now.
So,
Yeah,
yes.
he went to the bank and everything to get the loans.
That must have been the Tropico section I was paying only 99% of attention to.
Okay.
Well, I don't think that is an issue. If anything, I think we should check if there is a reward, just because why not?
Good money's money.
Yeah, you can go to their estate if you want. Simon can point you the way.
Yeah. Sure, why
There
not?
you go.
You get there, and a young nobleman answers. Well, he doesn't answer the door, but you're invited in by the servants to go and see this young nobleman, and he says he introduced himself as Michael, and how can he help you?
We have come after having found a rather interesting discovery, and I'll hold out the ring to him for him to see.
He just looks at it blankly. He turns it over. And he says, "I'm afraid I don't recognize this."
Ooh, now that is an interesting reaction.
Well, just to be clear, maybe I've not explained exactly what the significance of this is. So the heraldry is very old. It's like 5 generations old, and that was when it was sort of last used.
Yeah, Michael might not have been around that long.
Yeah, he's not nearly that old. He looks like he's in his mid-20s. So it's something that his family doesn't use now. So it's not that surprising that he doesn't know it.
Okay. I'm assuming the scribe gave us the notes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll show him the part in the notes on this. That we have it on good authority after some research to discover the origins of the ring, that this used to be an old heraldry of your house.
Okay, he's quite interested. Oh, that's fascinating. Where did you come by it?
We came by it on an island that has recently been verified in the Prince Emmerich and my own possession.
An island, but don't worry, it's our island.
Yeah, you found it on my island, didn't you? Is what you're saying. I found it on my island.
Yeah, I found it on my island.
He says that's fascinating. Where's the island? Which one is it?
It isn't on
It's
maps,
in the
is it?
sea.
Yeah, it's in the ocean. No, I'll give him like a vague thing, like it's off the coast of North, whatever the fuck.
He says, right, okay. Well, can I keep the ring?
Well, of course.
Conditionally.
Well, no,
Okay.
we brought him to him because it's his family's ring, like as a fellow noble, naturally.
Yes. He says, oh, well, that's most kind of you. Please wait here while I prepare a gift for you for your trouble. And he asks you to wait in the waiting room while he goes off out of the room.
It's a notice
Arch,
of eviction from the island.
I was about to be very surprised that your greed had not extended to this particular exchange. But then
No.
he
He's a fellow noble. I treat fellow nobles with something else. Now, I would like to look around the room real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the sort of waiting room of quite a stately home. Like it's wooden paneled. They've got thick rugs on the floor, lots of silver, vases and candlesticks, things like this. It's obviously decked out to look good. But yeah, it looks like they're quite a successful house.
Anything valuable on display?
Almost everything on display is valuable.
Right.
So this house is more influential than yours, then, Arch.
Yes, sir.
Aren't you some form of ruffian?
I'm sorry?
Of a kind.
Are you the kind that borrows things?
I'm the kind who knows to measure his risks.
Cowardly thief. Oh well, I tried.
Well,
If you'd like to be brave and do it yourself, sir.
I bet you wish I was there.
I kind of do.
I love it. Archie's now like, damn, I wish I had.
I will.
You would just roll a 27 persuasion to give me all your stuff.
Yeah,
All right, I'll cock a brow and ask exactly what he's insinuating.
Oh, what are you insinuating, Arch?
Insinuating? I'm downright insulted by that insinuation.
Guys, do you want to get through this to the foreplay quicker before he comes back and you lose your chance?
No.
It's up to him.
See, if I steal something, that's pretty obvious. If Rags nicked something and he got caught, I could be like, oh, bad servant, and bap him on the head, and that'd be it.
How would that benefit you?
Yeah, I might get a bap on the head.
Potential
But
money.
it's going to be Archie's reputation that's hurt.
Yeah.
Get him to steal 2 things.
Like, what exactly you want me to take? Like, you want me to stuff a Voss down my trousers?
Voss.
Preferably.
Voss?
Vase.
No, it's vase.
Oh, it's vase.
It is Voss.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right,
What
okay.
language do you speak?
Are you actually doing anything, or are you just going to wait patiently until he gets back?
I'm waiting patiently because I'm not really sure what's being asked of me.
Looks like we're just going to be waiting.
I thought,
just wait impatiently.
yeah, I guess he's just interested about my background. You used to be a ruffian, right?
You know, it would have been funnier if it's like you're playing a black character. Like if Devo was there, that would have been fun.
My
I would
character
have
didn't
asked
steal,
Dev,
though.
but-
Look, you're black. Have you always been black?
Right. Okay. After a few minutes, the door opens again, and Michael comes back, and he's holding a large, long wooden box. And he offers it to you, Arch, and says, "For returning a vital piece of my family's history, I would like to reward you and bestow you upon you this one of our most prized weapons."
Is he found a
I'll,
Mastercraft rapier?
I'll take a look in the box.
You open it up, and there is a mastercrafted scimitar in there.
Good, a second one. All right,
Not
I'll
a
thank
rapier,
him
a scimitar.
profusely, of course.
Okay.
I'll say, like, oh, this really is this is
You
too
should
much.
have gone like, don't you have a crossbow instead?
He bows and says thank you, and offers you food and drink, and if you'd like to stay and talk with him.
No, I'll have to decline because we are set to journey off later this
Okay.
evening.
He says, "Well, thank you again, and I wish you good journey and safe travel."
We'll excuse ourselves nicely.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not questioning it, but I'm not quite sure I understand how a valuable Mastercraft scimitar is worth some old ring. Like, do they just have warehouses of these made in China scimitars ready to give out to nobles that come by?
It's a piece of family history.
Yeah, it's a piece of his house's lore and history.
Yeah, back
That's
then
very
it's
important to
actually not
nobility.
that. Yeah.
These guys aren't very good capitalists.
Well, no, because I mean they're rich enough that they can just go and get another mastercrafted weapon pretty easily.
Yeah, but
A
rings like this.
mastercrafted weapon is fucking. I could buy one with my money. Like for these guys, this is a drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
Didn't he say it was
It's
one of
not
them-
that. I mean, like, but what it really is with the Mastercraft stuff, it's going to be like famous weapons, like if you investigate, you'll probably find like the smithy's mark on the pommel or something like that, and like other knights and nobles will find that as a mark of status. That's what he's bestowing, really.
I would have thought that would be one level above Mastercrafted, because Mastercrafted is just very well made. But then you could have a legendary for one that's actually legendary.
But
Sargon, is it a legendary weapon? Say yes.
no, it's not
Is it
legendary.
plus
It's a
two?
Mastercrafted. Plus
Is it
one-
exotic?
plus 1 attack and damage on a normal scimitar.
What's that? +2?
No.
Are there legendary items in this game with +2?
I already have a mastercrafted scimitar.
Do you? I thought you had a mastercrafted rapier.
No, mastercrafted scimitar.
Oh, do you? I didn't.
That's a saber.
That's a saber.
Same thing.
Hang on.
Well, maybe you
That's the same
could,
thing.
if you found a mastercrafted rapier, maybe you could exchange it for the scimitar.
Hang on.
I'm going to be swimming in mastercrafted weaponry.
There is no such thing as a saber in the Warhammer manual.
The Warhammer manual?
The Warhammer, the D&D manual.
I know for sure you gave him like a scimitar, and he probably wrote it as saber.
Probably maybe. I'll check.
Right. Okay. Well, now you have 2.
Sargon.
Is there a library where I could go?
Give me something
There
nicer.
I'm gonna go to the library.
We're leaving in like 5 minutes.
Huh.
Also, V, you didn't go to town. You're back at the camp with us, with me.
Yeah.
I want to read about magic because I'm genuinely curious about how because every time I ask Sargon about it out of a session, he's like, "Oh, I can't talk about it," and it's like, "All right, then fine, I'll do it in the game."
Okay, but you're not there.
That is fine. Like
Right.
I'll do it next time I got.
What are you doing then? Since you now are in possession of 2 mastercrafted scimitars, that's nice, isn't it?
Well, I guess I'll wave them at Uzulu and go, nah.
I think he has
Mine's
a
mine's a scimitar on a stick. Mine's bigger than yours.
2 of them. I got twice the master's crafting.
A fine addition to your collection.
Sargon, if he puts like a stick on that scimitar, could he make like a mastercraft?
I think you know the answer to that.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay. Let's go for it.
Well, what are you doing? The 7 days is over, so your ship is loaded, and the other guild ships are also ready to leave.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm ready
I
to-
have.
Yeah.
I will. Since you guys are in town, the 3 of you, I guess V and I will pack up the camp with the peasants.
Good plan.
We'll pack up the camp and get ready to send off. One last thing before we leave, though. But first, I want to show off this artwork from Ritualist.
King of Kings.
It's pretty good. I like how we all have
I love the
hard tracks.
Tropico outfits.
Yeah. That's it.
I order my men to sing a loud religious song as we're marching towards the ships.
Don't
Okay,
you
yeah.
dare roll a 20.
Get the spirits high.
Are you
and all.
singing with them? Yeah, this is a performance.
Yes, of course. I'm right in front of them.
Off the high top and climbing.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
Okay,
I would like to.
Hang on, Dev. Hang on. Calm
Sorry.
down. Right.
It's a mediocre one.
Well, no, it's pretty. I mean, that's pretty good. 14 out of 20. That's not bad. No
Doesn't
one's
he get a
like,
flanking
"Oh, this is
bonus?"
terrible."
It's above average.
Yeah. No, people are in remarkably high spirits actually after you've been actually spending time with them. They're in remarkably high spirits and are very confident that this is going to lead them to some kind of promised land.
Yeah, the land of
milk and honey.
Yes.
Okay, so Arch, Rags, and Dev, are you going back after you've done this? Yeah.
But yeah, I guess. That.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else for us to do, so we'll probably return.
Okay. What to the? Well, I mean, if you go to the camp, you find them packing it up. And I suppose you're going to the ships with them.
I do. I assume that's what Arch would have me do. Help getting everything packed up so we can head on out.
Okay, hang on a second. Right, yeah. So you get to the docks. You can go and speak to the various guild corporations that are now ready to go. The captains, just are waiting for you.
I wanted to do something before we left. Is that still okay, or?
Well, what is it you want to do?
I wanted to run to Penderley Abbey since I can run faster than a horse now. So while they're trotting everything down, I'll kind of split off from the group and run to the Abbey.
It's the other direction.
Okay, like I can still run fast enough to make it back, I think, in time.
Okay, you can sprint dependently. How fast do you move?
Heretic.
I can
How
run.
fast do you move?
45. That's five higher than a horse.
Jesus.
Is it? I thought horses were 60.
No, horses are 40, and people are 30.
Yeah, he does have
That
the
seems a bit wrong.
And black people are 45.
No, it's his class. He's like
Yeah.
the Naruto ninja.
I can
No,
use
no, no.
dash and go
Horses-
90.
Horses
You
are
can't do
only,
that
what is that, 33% faster than people running? I don't think that's right.
He is a monk.
No,
like,
it's his class. He's a monk. That's what
Yeah.
they do.
No, I'm not
Giant-
criticizing that. I'm
giant
criticizing
fat
how
black man
fast
running
horses
across the
are.
landscape.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's the problem with horses. Like they aren't just a third faster than people, are they?
That is
In the
good.
game, they are, I guess.
I'm not the one who made the rules. Right. So, okay. So
You just enforce them
They're ponies.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I just enforce them. So don't question it.
and have the power to change them.
I'm still not gonna.
I think this feed makes sense because if humans are running and then horses are running, that's 60 and 80. That sounds about right.
Okay. Well,
Let
I'm
me
glad
look
that
at
sounds about right. But it'll take you about an hour to get to the abbey then.
Okay.
Okay. You can sprint supernaturally fast.
Mhm.
People, as you're like just pounding down the fucking roads, peasants just stare at you in awe at how fast you're going and start point and stare and like, what? Oh my goodness, you know.
Oh, somebody left the oven on.
But okay, you arrive at Pendley Abbey. It's probably about time for the midday meal, so everything's fairly quiet.
Can I knock on the door?
You can.
I will do so.
Okay, after a few minutes, someone comes and opens the door. It's one of the brothers that you remember, but I haven't chosen the name for. And he's surprised to see you. He says, "Oh, what are you doing here?"
It's good to see you again.
He returns the sentiment.
I'm going to be leaving Pendley soon, and I'd like to see Bishop Stavron before I go.
We're currently in our midday meal. Can you wait?
Yeah, I'll wait a little bit.
Okay.
Fucking Negro, the ship is leaving.
Sarge getting off Patreon.
Yeah.
I said Negro, not nigger. Thank you very much.
Well, now it's done.
Yeah, why isn't this black person hurrying to get on this ship to cross the ocean faster?
So,
Jesus, does he know how much money I've spent on him?
does he know how much he costs, Sarge?
Jeez.
Right. Yeah. You wait, and after they finished eating, Bishop Stavron comes out to see you and says, what are you here for?
It's good to see you again, Bishop. I know
Mhm.
that we didn't part on friendly terms necessarily last time I saw you, so I wanted to come and bury the hatchet.
He just
He didn't hit you with a hatchet. He
he
just,
just,
beat the
he
shit out
just
of you.
shrugs and says, "There's no hard feelings on my face."
Was that a joke?
That was sass, Dev. You should fight him now.
I would like to speak to you plainly about this. I don't necessarily agree with your interpretation of the Holy Scriptures. However,
Fucking.
I certainly agree with yours more than the Inquisition's.
He nods and says, "That's interesting. Are you here for a theological debate, or did you just come to tell me that?"
Have you heard that we'll be leaving for Archistan Island or whatever it's called soon?
He says, "I have not."
Well, all of the people that you have been helping to cure, we've founded an island, we've discovered an island, and we're going to be building a settlement there and helping them start a new life.
Well, that's very noble of you. I wish you the best of luck.
The Lord currently ruling over the island, you know him already, it's Arch.
He says that seems to be a stretched definition of the term "currently ruling."
He best be glad I'm not there.
He's a violent man, But
Dev.
Lord Arch. I can believe
Dev. My
it. Arch,
ears
you're
are
not there.
burning.
Come on, Arch, you're not there. Come on, Dev.
he's a violent man, but he is a lord, and violence can be tempered. I would like some advice on how to properly care for the souls of these people when we make a home in our new land.
He just blinks you and says, defend them. And, if you've learned nothing if you've not learned that in your time from me, then perhaps it is best that you did leave.
Wrecked.
No, it's kind of the pep talk that my character needed, I guess.
Yeah, he also says that don't think that violence itself is necessarily wrong. After all, when the time comes for the peasants to rise up against their oppressors, they are undoubtedly going to need to use violence themselves. The question is of when it is appropriate to use violence. For instance, if your flock is attacked when you are on your new homeland, you will be required to use violence to defend them.
Did the word
Mass
oppression even
shootings.
exist in the Middle Ages?
Mass shootings are a valid tool in
I love
revolution.
this man. I love this man.
I'll nod and thank him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, despite
Kidnap him. Get him with us.
despite our disagreements, I do think that you are a good person, Bishop.
He just advocated violent revolution to kill the nobility.
I know.
Yeah, but he did it from a place of kindness.
He was thinking very kind about it.
So,
Okay, so well, he says, and the same to you.
Oh, that Venusism already.
and same to you, comrade.
All right, I'll leave and I'll sprint to catch back up with everybody if I can.
By the way, Sargon, you should have added by any means necessary to it.
Should
Should have done that.
I will sprint back to camp with the speed of the people.
Yeah, you're gone in total for about 3 hours, and then if you want to spend, it take about an hour to get down to the docks with everyone. Well, no, probably take about 2 hours actually, since you're taking. So you can get there for about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Sounds good.
Cool. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go take a piss quickly. And when I say quickly, I'm going to get a cup of tea, so I'm not going to be all that quick. But so yeah, just make sure you've got everything and you know what you're doing, and then I'll be back shortly.
Alrighty.
So, guys, what's up?
Oh.
And Deb keeps asking why I don't trust him.
You're a violent man.
This will not end well for Deb.
Well,
I like how
You
I
weren't
like how
there.
the Lord is violent, but his follower who just literally murders people for fun isn't violent at all.
Yeah, but usually you're not in charge the way that Arch is.
That's right, Uzalu.
I am when
Your
I'm murdering peasants
bitch
in one
face is
turn.
fine because you're not a boss.
I'm in charge when I'm murdering 10 peasants in one turn.
Now that the seeds of revolution have been sown and Dev's
You know,
heart.
noble necks are just as vulnerable to a glaive as peasant necks.
That's true.
Not that my character would say that, of course.
It's more of a comment, really. Just an observation.
Uzalu, do you want me to teach you about the merits of violent revolution?
Oh boy.
I think I would have to kill you. I think I'd have to violently revolute you.
So I guess we'll have to sit down. Are we gonna? We all saw the map of the island, right? That Sargon showed before.
Yeah, there were tons of places to bury bodies there.
Are we gonna sit down on that river on the south, like we mentioned before?
Probably.
Yeah, I think it seems like a good place.
The only question is who will dig the holes after Dev is gone?
I'm not going to be dead, Arch.
No, that's right. You will have passed on to a higher state of existence.
By the way, should we make the announcement that Arch is trying to have a Warhammer type fantasy thing coming up?
Oh, is that the truth, Arch?
An announcement. I am going to start Warhammer Fantasy RP soonish.
The chat is wild.
By the way, I was totally right about the horse speeds. Horses at their fastest go twice as fast as a human at their fastest. D&D 5e debunked.
To be fair, I think the horse speed that Dev is looking at is the old and terrible horse. I think there's several levels of horses. One probably runs
It's actually a little pony.
And also, monks can get to 90 naturally while they level up. So with dash, I can run 180 feet a second, or every 6 seconds, rather.
Arch, how many people do you need to operate the mine and the island?
Considering Sargon has told me not to go into specifics, I'm going to refrain from answering.
Because the thing is, like, if we needed more people, we should have took the ones that we have all the way to the outright village so that they can see we treat them nice and trust us more.
We don't have time for that. And besides, if the starving fucking refugees don't want a new home, well, that's downright tragic, really.
I have a feeling I'm going to roll a 1 on persuasion one of these days, and it's going to be at an important thing.
Well, even if you roll a 1, it's going to be a 7 because you're...
No, critical fail is critical fail, regardless of the bonuses.
1 means you fucked. But the thing with Sargon's campaign is, rolling critical gives you diddly dick nothing, but at the very least, failing miserably doesn't screw you either, so...
Well, there was that one time I dropped my staff when I rolled a critical fail.
Yeah, but even that's not that bad. Considering you can pick it up again as a free action. The far more important question is, when will we get to Tropico?
I think we're all done, so right as soon as we get here. Here, I'll read this super chat right now since it's for Rags. What is, in your objective opinion, the superior beverage? Is that rhino milk, ghost milk, spider milk, or Jared milk?
I think I'm going to have to stick with rhino milk there, but I am operating a little bit in ignorance. But I'm still going to, because I haven't really had an immense amount of experience with all of them. But I do think that rhino milk of them all is the most potent, I guess.
Do you prefer male rhino milk or female rhino milk? You dirty fucker.
That's gonna take another super chat. That one there.
There's actually a guy named that. There was a guy in the chat room named Jared that the entire chat room was shitting on while he was in here. It seemed like people knew who he was. I didn't recognize
it was someone with the username Jared Holt, but I don't think it was the real one. And he was acting almost convincingly like Jared Holt.
I don't know how Jared Holt acts.
I don't know who Jared Holt is. So
he is a
right-wing watch guy,
which is a generous word for right-wing watch, which used to be just making fun of idiots on the right wing. Now it's making fun of the non-idiots on the right wing as well. And
he's a activist.
It's mostly lies and slander. And didn't they say something about, was it about D&D or something Sargon did that was just completely non-serious, was racist or something? I can't remember.
That sounds like something someone like that would say.
He was one of the guys behind Alex Jones getting deplatformed.
Yeah, usually like his publication isn't that popular, but other journalists look at it, so he writes something and then people like pick it up from there.
If you want to know more about Jared Holt from the perspective of someone who's not insane, watch Sticks, Hex and Hammer, because he shits on him all the time.
Does he?
Yeah.
Matt Christensen had a video about him too.
If anyone in the chat wants to try spider milk, I've got some sparkly spider milk from a particular spider lolly I can bring about.
Don't get my channel banned, please.
What's the quickest way to get his channel banned?
I think you're already on
Quick,
to it.
Mrs. Obama, get down! Sorry, Arch, what did you say?
Lollies, that'll be a quick way.
Especially in Canada, Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, it's mostly spider, minor part lolly.
Now that we're not on Sargon's channel, we really can't say and do anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Come
Are you
on.
implying we held back on Sargon's channel?
I started watching James Allsop videos, like the ones on Southern Property Law Center seem to be really interesting.
You know what I need to do? I need to play some anime openings.
No, thank you.
Just for Dev. At least he's one to be public, Dev, so you actually get copy striked for a good reason.
That probably would be the quickest way to yeet his channel. Hey, Dev, I don't even know how you were that dumb. Like, oh, I'm going to upload anime reviews to the channel. No, Dev, that is called harakiri. Straight out.
I got it all back, though.
The Japanese are not fond of people screwing with their copyright.
Do you even got the animes back?
Yeah. Yeah. The only ones that I didn't were the reviews of porn, the anime porn, because it's porn. YouTube wouldn't allow it.
Yeah,
Why was that on YouTube then?
I didn't know this about you, but
Why
I
did you
appreciate
have
it.
anime of porn? What?
No, reviews of it. Reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't really make it any better.
Because it was funny at the time.
Oh my god.
That's the excuse you're going to go with. Please tell me was something unique and amusing.
How many breaks did you take during editing?
None.
Yeah, sure. Well, hold on. If you didn't take any breaks during editing, then how can you think it was good porn, or was it all bad porn?
Well, it was more making fun of it. Keep in mind, these are videos from like 2011, and they were done kind of in the angry reviewer style of the time.
Back when YouTube actually allowed to be a fun platform.
Yeah. And it was only much later when they were like, no, all this is not allowed. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, everybody else was trying to be the angry video game nerd. Dev looked at that one like, nah, too passe. I'm going to fucking criticize porn.
There's this guy, Sinatra, who got a community strike, and the people at YouTube told him that YouTube is not a platform meant to make money.
Yeah, I saw that. They outright said, if some people make money, that's good, but it is not our mission to have people live on our on revenue.
Yeah.
Really? What the fuck is their mission then?
Not to mention, the funny fact is that, what's her name? Wojcicki told the European Union that, oh, think about all the people that use the platform for a living. And it's like,
I really want to know, though, if a for-profit company like YouTube is not interested in making money, what the fuck? Maybe somebody should send that to Google and be like, hey, you care about this?
It's a bigger picture thing, because they're a loss leader, so it's just a way of influencing people. They sell shit on other platforms.
I'm sure they do, but YouTube is a large money hole that really could be turned around without that much fucking.
Right.
Well, clearly Google thinks it's worth it.
Somehow.
It's YouTuber's power and influence for Google, that's why.
Yeah.
Again, they don't need to shift the margins by much, honestly, to make it profitable.
Well, anyway, should we continue?
yes.
All aboard.
Right. Well, okay. Yeah. So you're standing at the docks with all of your people, and the stuff has been loaded onto the ship.
Your people.
Your people.
My
Exactly.
people.
Exactly that. They're literally your countrymen from the country you came from that was raided. So it is literally a case of your people, Rags. No, not yours, Rags. Actually, you can say your people if you want to them. Nobody cares about racism in this world, unless it's being done to them, of course.
Oh,
But if no one cares about races in this world, does that mean that I can use racial slurs on stream?
I don't know. You
in
have
the
to
context of my
understand
character.
No.
What about when you get your channel back, Sargon?
No.
Wow, you two are cucking to the man.
You kind of have to these days, don't we? Jesus.
Yeah.
The fucking environment is just.
The environment,
So sensitive.
global warming, that's the problem.
Yeah, right. Anyway,
Dude, I
yeah.
fucking
So
hate those naggers.
who's going to be the captain of the ship?
That's obvious, isn't it?
Yes,
I don't
me.
know.
That's because that's what you promised.
V, use charisma to convince the ship to go where it needs to.
No, you know what? I'm just
Captain
using
ever.
intimidation to convince the ship to go where it needs to. I got a big bonus in that.
Considering all of the money we spent, I'm assuming there's a captain amongst the crew.
Listen, all I'm saying is you promised me the admiral role.
That's right.
Well,
You did promise the admiral
I'm
role.
here to deliver. I'm here to have it delivered.
Are you not thinking of making a crew out of your own people?
No,
You want to pay mercenaries?
we've already fucking paid them.
Well, you
Listen,
paid for
Machiavelli would have something to say about this.
and that. You can hire. a crew.
Again.
Yeah.
You told us we had already hired crews.
Did I? Okay, well you've hired a mercenary crew then. Right. Okay. Okay. Well, you've hired a captain as well then. Okay. The captain of the ship is called. Let me just get that name. Sarai, and she's an old woman. She looks about 50.
Hold on. Women on ships, bad luck.
Yeah, that is true.
Sorry. Is this the same world that you've come from, Arch?
No, but I actually do step up, and I have to point this.
It might.
The rest of the crew.
If that was the case, why were you fine with like Dev bringing the tribal woman onto the ship?
Because I was a prisoner, and
Prisoner.
we didn't have a choice in the matter. Now we do.
Okay, she says I identify as a man.
That is fucking heresy.
Yeah, no, now we have an entirely different problem.
Okay, it's not considered bad luck to have a woman on a ship in this world.
Says
That's
who?
convenient.
And you
Says-
Gavin,
Says the local culture.
Listen, it's not just a crazy superstition, Sargon. There's something to it.
Oh, so now we're culture relativists.
Sure there
Well, this
is.
culture says it's okay for women to be in charge, so it must be okay.
So yeah, this culture doesn't consider eating food important.
I'm just
this is
gonna
not-
get on the boat and be like, let's go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get on the boat
Haven't
and
been
have
female
it see.
pirate captains. Weirdly, women tend to make particularly vindictive pirate captains.
Okay, calm down, Anita.
there's been like
But no,
one-
it's true. It's legit true.
V, have you ever been around a woman?
You have to be vindictive to be a woman pirate captain. You have to be
Guys, have
incredibly.
you ever been around a misogynist?
Yeah, apparently.
All right, let's go,
I'm
Captain
afraid that This
Sarkeesian.
woman's name is Sarai, but she's got a good reputation. She's no, I mean, you're not going out doing anything other than sailing across the sea. So
Oh yeah, not
be
a
a
big
good
operation.
female captain, you need to be vindictive. But this one has a good reputation, guys.
it might be a necessary thing for her to be vindictive.
See, that doesn't help.
Why? What? Anyway,
I like that.
so
Apparently, this is the stumbling block at the end of our little path.
yeah,
Here.
this is how the adventure ends with them going. You know what? We're actually misogynists, and we're not going to have a woman on our ship.
This isn't misogyny, Sargon. This is a question of good, hard fucking luck, okay?
Look,
I don't think.
out of all the ship
self-preservation.
captains here at Pendley, only 5% of them are women.
Yeah, there's literally needs more representation of female ship captains.
There's a reason for that, Sargon. The other 95% sank.
Well, hey, look, I'm not saying they didn't, right? But the patriarchy made them sink.
Well, then they sound pretty useless to me, to be honest. I want the one that the patriarchy wasn't able to make sink.
Well, I'm afraid
trying
this
to
is one that
sabotage
this is one that you could get at short notice.
I'm fine with it.
Look, all I'm saying is we're going
No
to go
choice
after a
before you.
patriarchy, and if they can't handle our patriarchy, why can they handle theirs? You know.
Well,
Spent a week looking for
I
a
want
crew
a
and we get
refund.
stuck with the Whammonses.
I want a refund. My pirate's missing some parts.
I mean, if you don't want her, then I suppose you don't have to take her.
Obviously, we are doing this.
Okay.
I mean, obviously.
You're in charge here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, who is actually in charge here?
Arch.
Right, okay.
I think we're
Yeah.
fine
I'm only
with
about
we're
half
fine
joking.
with the. We're
This
fine
whole
with the
Whammonses thing worries me greatly.
Well, old
I'm suddenly get
Scrooge.
superstitious.
Okay, well we can use it on Rags' snout, be it when we sink.
Would it be on hers?
I'm not fucking sleeping in my armor. Is all I'm saying.
She was too busy doing her makeup, and the shit just sank.
Okay. Right. So you're all boarding, and everyone's going. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Okay. The captains of the guild boats say that what they'll do is follow behind you because you're the guys who know where you're going, and I suppose you go. You can actually take a straighter course than the one that you used first, and you arrive at the island in 4 days.
You know, I think Arch would have been happier that a woman's captain because he only has to pay her 77% of what he'd have to pay a male captain.
Yeah, Arch, there's some
That
real
is true,
benefits to
Sargon.
this.
Give me back fucking 25% of my money.
No, Arch. She was 25% cheaper when you purchased her.
During the trip, I would like to approach Arch at some. I'm sure there'll be a moment. I'll approach Arch. Hello, Arch.
Hello, corpse.
Just out of curiosity, what did you name your ship?
I named it
The SS Kitchen.
soon-to-be dead Negro.
It was the HMS Pedantic.
Are you sure it wasn't the HMS Kitchen now?
I have some artwork here to show off. Let me quickly grab it here. They're all magazine covers. Arch's Lord of the Year.
According to who?
Bees and
Putting to
Devote
the
Quarterly.
magazine, clearly.
Monk Monthly. Pendley Paladins.
Mhm.
And then bolts and arrows for eggs.
Right.
And also Arch having an entire island in his bag.
I need these links to me. I want to see the magazine covers
Yeah,
in detail.
yeah. I think Ritualist retweeted them.
All right, thanks.
Okay. On the morning of the 4th day, you find yourself approaching the island. The captain asks how you want to approach.
We'll follow the plan and go for the little river thingy.
You
Gonna
might
set
have
up here.
Can you use the right? Oh, right there. Use
so-
right. Okay.
there.
Yeah, you can sail straight over there.
Name the ship the Tipped Fedora.
Yes. Well, it's up to you, Arch, but
These magazine covers are pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
okay. You arrive.
That's pretty good too.
You arrive at the beach. It's quiet, sandy. There's nothing much around. It's just a few hundred meters of sand, and then a shoreline with quite thick grass, and then some quite heavy jungle in the distance. The river itself is about 25 meters wide. Looks fairly deep.
Is this Act 1 from Original Sin 2?
I don't know. I haven't played that.
So do you should we have everyone unload their stuff here, or do you want to scout a bit before we decide to like the place for the village?
Yeah, we'll scout first. Rags, go.
How many of us are on this ship?
All of us.
Probably about 60 people in total.
Rags is the survival person. We'll just dump him on shore. We'll fetch him tomorrow.
Well,
we should probably.
we should-
In my opinion, we should scout at least up the river.
yes.
So let's hop out and do that.
Okay.
And we'll say we'll just tell the others to wait here for. We'll come back in tomorrow or something, or like later today or whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on a second.
And you guys can just.
Well, you want them to just. Okay. So who is getting out? 'Cause
I
that'll
am.
determine who else is on the map.
I presume all of us are the whole party.
Yeah.
Just,
like,
the players.
yeah. No NPCs or anything.
No. We'll have them just
Keep
go into
an
the
eye
bay
out,
because
prepare
this seems like
supplies
it's
for unloading.
this is a mountain or like a cliff here, right, Sargon?
Yeah.
So this is probably like a good place to shelter ships, I would assume. So we'll just tell them to stay in the bay, and we will scout for a good location to set up shop.
Okay. Yeah. I mean the just for FYI, the entire island is oh shit. Shouldn't have done that.
It's 25 kilometers across, right?
5 kilometers across, and like 11 kilometers wide at the widest point. So it's not enormous, but yeah, you can just point me in the direction you want to go.
Like following the stream upstream, probably be a good idea.
Yep. Let's just follow the riverbank.
Okay, you come to some quite thick-looking jungle.
Is that with 2 C's?
Yes.
Shall
Possibly
we?
3.
Shall
I
we
do
go
a-
in?
Hold up. Can I do a survival check for what kind of like signs of particularly dangerous wildlife or human habitation?
You can.
I think you have a skill for that, actually, Rex.
I think I
God.
do.
My God.
And humans and beasts are favorite enemies. So that is a.
Yeah, you have an advantage for tracking with survival against humans and beasts.
So that would be a survival check.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Yeah. There's quite a few animal tracks. There are something you assume are like pigs or goats or something, and there are definitely large paw prints left by some kind of animal.
Talking panther, tiger.
Yeah. So you'd guess lion-sized.
All right. No human tracks.
None here, anyway.
All right. Well, I'll tell everyone to keep your guard up and be aware. There are some nasty kitties here on this island.
Hold on, Regs. I'm just reading your character sheet because I haven't looked at it yet. Natural Explorer. When tracking other creatures, you can also learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Oh, yes, indeed. And we are not
L5C.
and we are not slowed by difficult terrain either.
Yep.
Oh, what does that do again?
So, Natural Explorer for me is forests and grasslands. So while tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. And we cannot
You're not
become
actually tracking a creature, are you?
like
there are loads, like like a brood of pigs or whatever the number, the group of pigs is, just and then a few solitary lions.
Yeah, I guess if we're not following anybody, then I guess it doesn't apply, does it?
all right.
I mean,
But the
I
two
found
things-
five squirrel tracks. This is going to start getting anal.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I got you. So the two things that would apply is that we can't become lost except by magical means, and difficult terrain doesn't slow us down.
okay, that's good.
Okay, we're gonna follow the lion tracks because that sounds like a fucking awesome trophy.
Also, we remain alert to danger, so I assume that means that if we come across enemies, they don't get advantage on us or surprise on us.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. Right. Okay. Are you going to go through the jungle?
Yeah, I guess we'll just follow the river.
Yeah,
through the
still
jungle.
following the river, but yeah.
Okay. That's it.
I think the alert only works for you though, Regs. So you can't be surprised, but we still can.
Okay, Rags, if a tiger is about to try and bite any one of us' face off,
Don't worry, buddy. I'll let you know.
there you go.
Right, okay. Sorry.
Oh, of all those tracks, were there any human tracks?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
What if they were humans that identified as lions?
Right, you arrive at a sort of bend in the river.
Just around
that
the
would
river bend.
Right, I think that would depend if they were pre-op or post-op.
I suppose that's true, yeah.
Are you just following it around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, is that a clearing?
Looks like it.
I assume you're just continuing on.
Yes.
And I've placed you in the river.
Rags fell in.
Feels good,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you come to another quite sharp bend and arrive at a very rough area. It's lots of rapids as the river travels down a hill.
Well, we can still proceed as normal, though.
Yeah, you can
Our
just
favorite
carry on.
terrain, yeah.
I'm just letting you know what the river there is like.
All right.
I'm going to stop for a second and just take in Mother Nature.
Yeah,
It's
you're going
beautiful.
uphill as you do this. So you're getting a better view of what's come behind you.
Yeah,
I have a request.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If I summon my mount of some description, can we increase the range of sight that we get as we're traveling if I scout around the party in like loops as we
just
go?
ride around us in circles.
Yeah, basically, just increase the range that we can reveal.
Would the elevation do that?
It's. I mean, you're moving quite quickly through the bush, and that just honestly just feels like gaming it. So no.
It's not gaming it.
Yeah, but
How
it
we
is, though.
roll for this island? Like doing this manually is going to take ages.
Also, it is a quarter kilometer. Is it? Like you can't send him too far, can you? Like you have to send him.
But it's not just that. It's like it just feels like you're gaming it, man. So
I wouldn't say. I certainly wasn't trying to, but okay, fine.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Right. So you arrive at the foothills of a mountain. The mountain is above you, and the river comes down quite viciously out of the mountain in waterfalls, etc., etc.
Okay. Hey, Rags, how close are we to the silver deposit? I presume your character would know.
Yeah,
Since he saw it.
This is the mountain range that had it in.
Okay.
Right. So let's probably want to find ourselves a circle around the foothills of the mountain, find the best way to get in, prospect for the best location to set up the entrances or set up.
You want to head down this way then and try to go around the mountain?
Yeah, I think so. It'd probably be the
Okay.
best idea because we'll need to know all this stuff for later. We're setting things up, making pathways and trails.
Okay.
Oh, there's a clearing here.
Yep. You got into some grassland. It's pretty open. There are, like gazelles and stuff on it.
And the village to the left there, that's where we were before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the shipwreck here.
I got
and
you.
that's the village there from earlier.
Well, I think we should just
go through the forest.
Let me do another. We've gotten to the foothills. I'm going to do another survival check for what's around. See if there's anything new.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Okay. Yeah. There's you find human footprints, but they're not too recent. But mostly it's just prey animals. This seems to be quite a densely populated island for those, and you're in their particular turf.
All
Specifically, were they footprints or boot prints?
Foot.
Okay.
Well, you assume they're human feet anyway.
you want to just follow the mountain line?
Yeah.
All right.
A mountain lion's not that impressive. Find the fucking
No,
lion.
mountain line, not lion.
Lion. We need cat. I want on mental. Yes.
Oh, see, there are lions on this island. You can get one at your leisure.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, you go into quite deep forest.
Archer's confused why his lordly ass is surveying the terrain.
This is what explorers do.
Yeah, this is correct. Right.
Well, you're here.
You come to the actual mountain itself. It's going to be a bit of a climb from this point onwards. Sort of a scramble, not like a proper mountain climb, but like a scramble up rough slopes and stuff like that. It's definitely time for the evening meal though, so you might need to it's probably getting towards time to rest.
All right. I assume that have we seen any of these surface silver deposits yet?
No,
not yet.
Well,
Right.
you're not really in the mountain yet. You're still in the foothills.
Ah, I gotcha.
Should we make camp till tomorrow and then climb up?
That probably sounds like a good idea, because if we're going to be doing a lot of climbing, we're going to want to have a good rest before it.
All right.
So, question. Am I right in saying that the only evidence we have that the silver mine exists is Rag say so?
Yes.
Well, that's a great setup for a joke. Where's the punchline?
Okay.
We get there and it's like, yeah, this is tin.
Right. So you set up your tents in the jungle, and it's really noisy. There are insects and animals calling all through the night, and it's really quite difficult to sleep.
Want me to cast Zone of Silence?
You
Yes.
can, yeah.
You want me to mute the jungle?
Oh, I guess you can. How long does it last for?
I don't know, but I don't think it's a good idea because then we won't know if something attacks us.
Yeah. The silent lion prowls into the camp.
Or comes through in the middle of the night.
Why don't you summon a cathedral? We can just sleep in that.
Yeah.
I will do a cook.
Good question,
I'll-
B.
I'm not higher level.
How about if I summon a bantha, then we can cut it open and sleep inside it?
Yum.
Okay, I'm going
Look, it's
to.
a movie reference, okay? It's not sick because it's a movie reference.
I'll cook our dinner.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what. You instead of using our supplies, why don't we just? It probably would be no time at all for me to go out and get something pretty substantial to eat.
That's right, because you have what's that ability you have, Rags, for foraging?
Well, I forage twice as much.
Yeah.
When you forage, you find twice as much food as you normally would, and
Yeah.
since there's so much in terms of animals here to snack on, probably wouldn't take any time at all for me to go out and get something very filling,
All right.
energizing.
Yeah, you forage, I'll cook it.
All right.
Okay.
So is that also a survival? Yep.
Yeah. You don't even do a particularly good job, with 13, but the abundance of animals on the island and the relative passivity of them compared to ones on the mainland mean that you come back with 2 gazelles.
Actually, he had advantage
Oh, did he?
with favorite enemy. Isn't that? Oh no, that's
Beast.
tracking, not hunting. Sorry, no.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, beast. That's right.
I don't think that's the same thing. I don't think it falls into that purview. This is just doing a hunt, isn't it?
But I can speak the language of the gazelles.
Well, that's
So
good.
Wait, can you actually?
That's how you get them to come close.
I don't know. This is D&D 5th edition, so I might learn the language of the gazelle.
I can just cast tongues on them and they will speak English.
It doesn't do me much good if they can speak English.
It might. You might
I don't
be
wanna-
able to convince them to come home with
When
you.
they scream and beg for mercy as I kill them, I don't want to understand what they're saying.
Oh, please let me
Make me
go.
feel bad about it.
But yeah, you come back with
Okay,
good
I can-
gazelles. There's plenty of food to eat and loads left over.
I can summon a spectral gazelle to earn their trust and slowly.
He's an odd-looking one, but
Okay,
he's one
right,
of us.
What does Gourmand do? Sorry, what are you getting out of it?
During a rest, you can
I'll be right
prepare
back.
and serve a meal that helps you and your friends recover from the rigors of adventuring, provided you have food, utensils, which I do, and other supplies. The meal serves up to 6 people, and each person who eats it regains 2 additional hit dice at the end of the rest. In addition, those who eat it have advantage on Constitution saving throws against disease for the next 24 hours.
Probably good, because if I know Sargon, we're about to eat some fucking malaria.
Well, you haven't caught malaria yet.
I'm immune to disease. Haha.
Checkmate skeptics. Right. Okay. So, yeah, you can rest through the night. Are you doing a watch system?
Should we? I mean, it's animals, not people sneaking up on us.
It's probably better safe than sorry.
Okay. Do you want to rest for 10 hours then and do 2-hour shifts so we can each get 8?
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay. It's weird, and you hear lots of strange, unusual sounds, but to you, I suppose they're not so unusual. But after 2 hours, you can wake up whoever's next.
V.
Yes.
It's your turn to do watch.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So you sit there for a few hours, and well, after the first hour, V, you start finding the jungle starting to get into your head. It's weird. It's like things are deliberately making strange patterns and sounds to fuck with your mind.
Burn the jungle
recite
down.
a
V.
holy prayer.
Okay.
And
You should
cross
telepathically communicate with the demon V, and then keep doing it even when Arch tells you not to,
myself.
and then get the party killed.
Okay. But after 2 hours of hearing strange noises that are not so far away from the camp, it seems, it's time to wake someone else up.
I go and who's next on watch? Arch.
Sure.
You know what? I don't wake up Lord Arch. I will do his watch as well.
What a fucking kiss ass.
Okay, you spend another hour sat quietly watching the forest, and you start to feel sort of chills going down your spine.
Let me see if I have a spell for something like that. No, I guess I don't. I just start praying really hard.
Okay. By the 4th hour has passed, you are starting to feel like you're possibly all alone in the jungle.
Well, I guess that's just me feeling uncomfortable, but nothing requiring to wake up the other party members. So
Aren't you going to be unrested come the morning, V?
Yeah. You'll have
Yes,
disadvantage for fighting,
Yeah.
won't you?
But Lord Arch will sleep.
You're going to have disadvantage in anything that you do.
Well, it's-
Very well. I go and I kick Dev awake. Wake up, fat man.
The nobility just gone.
I'll roll over and collapse the tent from the kick. Thanks, V.
Okay, so Dev, are you doing your 2 hours?
I am.
Are you doing anything in particular?
No, I'll watch.
Okay.
I'll keep watch.
After the first hour, it's nothing has particularly happened, but it's the dead of night and it's weirdly quiet now. You're sure you can hear literally just anything cracking in the distance.
There's no
any
bugs.
tiny crack. It sounds like it's amplified. After the second hour, you start finding yourself desperately wanting to sit near someone. Sitting on your own has become quite uncomfortable.
Well, it's Uzlu's turn anyway, so I'll just go wake Uzlu up.
I swear to God, Dev, if your jello-y ass sneaks into my bedroll, I will fucking murder you.
I can believe him as well.
I'll poke Uzlu with my staff and say, Uzlu, get up.
Okay.
It's time.
I am glad that was not a metaphor.
Uzlu, what are you doing?
Yes, I rise and perform my duty as a just crusader would.
Okay. You
I ain't scared of no quiet forest.
Yeah, you stay standing at the forest, just waiting for something, keeping the fire going, and it feels like the forest is kind of closing in all around you. And
Yeah, well, I don't get too bothered by this kind of thing. However, I do have this.
Is the forest closing in around him, or is him closing around the forest?
Oh, good question. The presence of strong evil registers your senses. Yeah, there's no strong evil.
Oh, just a lot of weak evil. Okay, thanks.
It's not even a weak evil. You just feel like the forest is just continually creeping in on you. And every time you just look in one direction, the trees seem to be coming in your direction until you blink and look away.
Am I really that high?
But at
Like,
the end
okay,
of the,
there's a few possibilities. So either there's some drug in the air, or there's an evil that is not strong that is causing this feeling. Because I don't think this feeling is nothing, or it wouldn't have been mentioned so many times. I mean, it wouldn't make my character feel this strongly.
Well, your
There's
spell
gotta be
says
something, right?
your spell says you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. So clearly, it's not any of those things. And you can
Yeah,
also
fair
detect
enough.
the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
Does
So-
desecrated include cursed? Because I could believe the island being cursed.
Yeah. That would make sense. If the island's cursed or if the forest is cursed, you should be able to tell.
Hmm. Okay. Well, it seems
desecrated
like-
is not the same as cursed, no.
Okay, so the island's cursed then.
Well,
No, it's-
you've got
okay.
no evidence to suggest it, but your noggin
No,
could be
no, I've got-
jogging.
Of course, it might be. It might be going on a quick jog around the block. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
the almonds are active all of a sudden. No, silence.
Didn't we kill its gods? I think the island fears us more than we fear it.
Perhaps the curse came from that.
But Uzlu, by the end of the second hour, you've started shaking slightly, just barely but uncontrollably. And it's time to wake up. Arch, who's the last person left.
We've gone the
I'm
full
very
night
tempted
now.
to just kick in, to be honest.
Yeah, no.
Because V did his shift, so we've
Well,
gone the full
yeah, but
night
you're going to
now.
have to watch another 2 hours.
Okay.
So V can get a full day's rest. So Arch's turn.
The rest of us just wake up then. Or if it's just V that needs to sleep 2 more hours.
Well, he's
I
going
guess
to he's going to be fatigued, isn't he?
We want everybody at their best.
Arch?
I
Yes.
go and nudge Arch awake.
Right, it's your watch, Arch.
How lovely. Anything unusual, oh gay crusader?
I can't imagine who you'd be talking to there, Arch. Massive faggot. I mean, my lord.
Someone's getting
Alright.
the platform from Patreon.
Yeah. Susulu's Patreon done. Right,
Don't
so
worry, don't worry. No one knows who I am. I have the advantage of being unpopular. Arch, I did nothing specific, but I get a strange feeling from this. I have a bad feeling about this. I get a strange feeling from this place. Keep your eyes out.
Okay. I guess I'll repose the question. Okay. Are you just being a bitch, or you're
Well,
actually
you'll
something?
see by the end. You'll see by the end of your shift.
Right. Okay. Oh, I'll leave with that knowledge in hand.
Wouldn't necessarily call it knowledge, but yeah, go for it.
Okay, Arch, you continue staring into the forest as after about an hour of you watching, the sun begins to break through the trees, and it's uncomfortable. It's almost painful to just look around at what is normally wouldn't be considered particularly brightly lit area around you. But it's just looking anywhere is starting to feel uncomfortable and give you a headache until about the end of the second hour, when you start sort of shaking it off and you realize it's time to wake everyone up.
Right. I stop staring into the sun like a fucking retard and go wake everybody else up.
Listen, one thing is, does malaria have these symptoms? I wouldn't know.
No.
Chat, what diseases have these symptoms? What
Rabies. Like, rabies gets you uncomfortable if you look at the light.
We all have rabies. Great.
Well,
that's
lose
this
immune to
complicated.
disease.
Couldn't
Right,
necessarily surprise me.
Almost over.
You wake up and get ready, and you going up into the mountains?
I'll cast detect magic if you want, so I can see if there's anything magical around us.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
probably a good idea.
Go on then.
And I need to get it from the actual thing.
It's pretty just magical plant sperm. It's fine. Chat says rabies also makes you hydrophobic. Anyone fancy a drink of water?
No, you don't seem to be hydrophobic.
Hey, we're not going to die.
I found it.
Don't speak too soon. Calm down.
Hey, we're not going to die of that specific thing.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
Yep, here we go.
Is this an example of like the trees speaking Vietnamese? Are the trees speaking Archistan?
The tree speaking Vietnamese.
Chat keeps reminding me I'm immune to rabies, as if it's not the first thing I say whenever disease is mentioned by the GM.
Yeah.
GI,
right,
go
okay.
home.
So you're casting detect magic. No, nothing glows, but you do kind of register something.
Islands cursed. I'm telling
My
you.
lord, my spidey sense is tingling. What exactly do I detect?
Like nothing specific.
Can I
detect
make a roll
something.
to focus on it to like try to
Focus on nothing specific.
What skills do you want to use? Or maybe it depends what skill you're trying to use.
I don't know, like wisdom, I guess.
I would probably say something like
Arcana, probably.
yeah, or like religion or something. Yeah, Arcana probably.
Religion, is that good?
No, hang on a second.
Arcana makes the most sense.
Yeah, Arcana makes
Arcana
sense.
makes the most sense.
Yeah,
Do
let's
we
go
have
for that.
anyone within?
Why are you guys advocating for me to use my lowest skill? Just
I'm advocating for consistency
Accuracy.
of the world.
I mean, religion would also make fine.
It wouldn't.
I'm rolling Arcana, right?
I would like to assist you with this.
Too late. Yeah, you
don't
can't
think
find
I
any
really
more. Any more. You don't have any more information about it. It's just a feeling.
So this is the first night, or after the first night that we've spent on the island out here in the wilderness. So I'm going to do a survival around the camp check to see if any, nocturnal creatures have been prowling around that we need to know about.
I mean, there have been small animals and game things like this, but nothing that would be, nothing that raises any concern for you.
All right.
Shall we climb?
Sounds like a plan.
Up we go.
Okay. Right,
Where
you
we
climb
stop
along. Well, hang on. It's not just difficult terrain. This, I imagine that it would probably be considered more difficult than difficult terrain. Let me have a quick Google and see what I can find.
Yeah, Uzlu, you can ride your spider. Arch has the climber's kit. Rags and I are probably okay to just climb naturally.
Yeah.
I might actually legit ride the spider because having it out is better than not having it out.
Yeah. V, you can probably just fucking fly at this point.
What?
just summon and climb a cathedral. Just summon a cathedral, climb the staircase, and go.
What is your obsession with summoning cathedral? I can summon the little deity on this planet.
Because you were showing off about it earlier when you found out about it, and
Can't
now it's
sleep
become
in a
the
deity.
topic of mockery.
I can actually teleport you all to heaven or to hell if you piss me off, Uzulu.
Right. Okay. So
What?
it's not.
You're gonna
It's
summon
not.
me to heaven?
It's not cliffs or something mostly. So it's actually not something that you need to spend any particular skill doing. It just takes more time than usual. But after it takes you about an hour to move 1 square. So after about 4 hours, you find yourself about 3/4 of the way up, and you notice that it's starting to level off.
Like a plateau.
Yes. Are you heading up there?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay. That's it. Right, okay. Hang on a sec.
Is this a volcano, guys?
We'll find out, won't we? Right. Yeah. When you get to this height, you are quite high up. And when you get to this sort of height, the earth is bare. It's not grass now. It's just rough dirt and quite aggressive looking bushes.
Oops.
The
Aggressive looking bushes.
yeah, they're covered in thorns and they are very stiff, and they look like they would probably hurt quite a bit. Even if you were wearing some armor, you'd probably get something getting you.
I walk
So-
towards them, whip out my cock, and start taking a piss.
You want to run the risk of losing your cock.
Well,
Strange thing.
do they?
He's celibate.
do they
It's not going to
reach-
matter.
Do they reach towards the?
Do you think there's no such thing as a breeze?
I piss on them from a safe distance.
Piss on them from a
Or are
safe
you just like
distance.
standing back 20 feet and arcing it?
No, I'm
45
Dude, I'm taking
degrees
a
for
piss
optimal
on the
distance,
bush.
V.
Right. Whilst V is doing this,
reduction.
I would like to roll stealth to sneak up behind him and strength to push.
Push him in.
Oh dear, V.
Your nobility is really easily toggleable.
Now, my nobility is many faceted. In this case, I'm trying to teach V an important lesson about doing dumb things.
What is dumb about taking a leak?
Pissing on the
You're
carnivorous
trying-
plants is stupid.
You're trying to physically dominate plants.
Well, hey, man.
What do you want me to
listen,
piss?
it-
Why
pick
is
fights
this
you
all of
can
a
win,
sudden
man.
like a party interest? The fact that I'm taking a piss. What is wrong with you people?
Listen, let V have his moment, and he can dominate the
None of-
plants.
None of our characters have ever used the toilet.
Well, I am doing it now. Do we need to go through these?
I use
bushes?
sleight of hand whenever I use the loo, so you don't even notice.
Do we need to
Sleight
do we
of
need to go
fanny.
through these bushes, or can we walk around them?
You can walk around them. I mean, you've had to cut through a few to get by, but you're generally fine. And you find yourself coming out onto a smallish plateau.
Okay, I vigorously shake my cock and then follow the rest of the party.
Oh, that's good.
Like a
It's, it looks, I guess you would say, like volcanic rock.
I don't know. You give it a little shake at the end, and you're not some barbarian.
All right, I guess we're here looking for the silver deposits, right? I guess I will move.
Shit.
Let's go take a look.
Arch, what is plan B if there's no silver?
Kill rags.
There is silver because I was told that I know by the GM.
You were told what you saw.
Yes.
Oh, I'm right beside a bush.
Yeah, you stop before you hit it, though.
Oh no! I found myself in a bush. Ah!
Can I poke it with my staff?
You can. It's quite stiff.
Place the stuff.
Are you mocking a bush with another of the dead stick? It's kind of
I'm-
fucked up if you think
I'm just
about
trying
it.
to figure out the situation with these bushes. I mean, they don't seem to be moving. Like they're not like a living plant, right?
They are alive. They're not dead, but they're just really like
Just thorny and
they're thorny black.
prickly.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like cactuses, then, eh?
Do you know that druids can actually speak with plants?
You know the druids are gay.
Ooh, can I roll a druid?
It's actually a useful spell because if there's a bell, like you can talk with the trees and they tell you what happened.
Hey, bush, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh, poke.
The way I figure it's like in Avatar, you know, when they have the hair that can connect like an USB to the trees, and it's like "Dun-dun-dun."
Complete with sound effect. That's how druids work.
Wait, I'm just curious here about like the entire mission. How exactly did you know it was silver? I mean, I know the GM told you, but like, ask the GM how you knew it was silver.
GM, how did I know it was silver?
By looking at it.
He says by looking at it.
Okay, thank you, Rax, for relaying that information. So it's possible then that it was. Chat's pointing out that it could have been mithril. I don't know if that's in this world.
Mithril
Ooh,
or
oh.
tin. Mithril and tin both look
Oh,
like
oh,
silver.
okay.
Take mithril.
As I said earlier, yeah.
Fine.
I did a survival check.
But would you take tin?
Rags will
Yes.
have done a survival check.
Tin is still useful. It's not like it's a nothing mineral.
Yeah, but it's not as useful as silver. Probably doesn't justify the cost as well.
Would be really funny if it's mithril.
It would be. I reckon that's a bit more
Okay,
valuable than silver.
Are you guys gonna explore with me, or am I doing this by myself?
To be honest, like the problem with mithril is that normal tools probably wouldn't make a dent in it.
Oh, that's true.
Like you'd need like masterwork axes and shit.
If this was actually mithril up here, then oh boy.
Okay, Dev, what are you doing?
Sargon.
Since everyone else is just discussing the concept.
I guess
Geology is important.
I'll keep sneaking because I'm just gonna explore while you guys talk about mithril.
Yeah.
I am keeping a watchful eye.
What's the scale of this map? It looks like this is an entire landscape.
No, it's just he's a really
Sargon, I want to climb on this little mountain thingy next to Devo. I want to climb on it so I can get a better view of the area.
Right,
This
make
one?
an athletics check. It's about 15 feet up.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a fucking 3,000 feet up mountain.
Well, it's not.
Okay, fair enough.
What do you want me to say?
16.
I just perhaps acknowledge that these are these graphics are actual mountains.
Yeah, I can acknowledge that. What?
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can suspend my disbelief.
You
Does
gonna
it give me more vision because I'm really high up?
Oh yeah, but you've got to make a check to see if you actually get up there first. Oh,
I
right,
did.
no,
16.
that's it, sorry. Yeah, you can. That's a good thing.
Why don't
Yeah,
you have your angels
it's
carry
very
you up there?
it's very it's very sort of spiky rock, and then you see volcanic. I mean, it doesn't look like it's active or anything,
Yeah.
but it's like volcanic black rock that dominates it, and it's the same. There's a layer of soil on top of it, but this is poking out of it.
Mhm.
Would this be the silver right here?
You could tell people that's there, V. Oh, yeah, I see the silver.
I see the silver over there. I pointed.
Heidi ho, silver.
Let's
Can
go
I,
I'll go over and take a look. That's
You're way ahead. Like if it's combat, you're going to have a problem.
Yeah, hold on. If this island is like saturated with uranium and we've got radiation sickness, I'm not going to be pleased with you, GM.
Hey,
Well, you can't get
You didn't
diseases.
bring a Geiger counter. Don't blame me.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Hold on. Let me just check the paladin
that
magic
explains
index and
the
find
headache.
radiation detection.
That explains.
Yeah, sense magic.
I'm going to turn back around and jump and wave and yell and say, guys, it's over here. Stop standing around talking about uranium. Guys.
I wanna climb this one now.
Okay, roll. Roll awareness, like perception or something. Like,
All of us?
well, just you, Dev.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Ooh.
Okay, Dev.
Fucking what? Okay, V. You hear this like a chorus of screeches that come from behind Dev.
Uh-oh.
Do I see what it's up or?
No, you just hear this like noise.
Yeah, I yelled to Dev, come back at us right now.
All right. I'll go.
Okay,
I'll run back.
as you hear V yelling at you, Dev, with your 11 perception.
Yeah.
You turn around, look over your shoulder, and see something quite large lumbering around the corner.
Arch, did the manuals you read for setting up a gold mine include curses and giant trolls guarding it?
Level 5 Jew.
No, neither did the silver mine manuals.
Did it say anything about keeping the scout from yelling and shouting and alerting everything in the nearby area? No? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll try to distract it so it leaves Dev
I think you're
alone.
going to roll initiative.
I will roll initiative.
I guess we're rolling initiative.
Good job.
Can I have my spider lolly represented on the map, please?
Yes, you did say you were riding it earlier, didn't you?
I did. Oh, fucking fantastic! I guess I'll just.
You panic, you cower in fear.
Yeah, but spider lolly is here.
What is up with your rolls?
I know
Jesus.
you're
Very
riding a
straight.
spider, aren't you?
Sure,
we got
but we can.
two level one. We got two
Well,
one
no,
rolls.
if you're riding the spider, then it's your mount. So that you're just that's your initiative.
But I can dismount it.
You can if you want.
And to be honest, with the psychic link, I could probably do it so quickly it wouldn't even take an action.
Take you an action.
God damn it, Sargon.
Hang on a sec.
Chat's asking if the spider lolly has a puss. Sargon, can you confirm or deny?
Deny.
We prefer to call it a web hole.
Okay, yeah.
Sargon is uncomfortable.
No, I'm just writing stuff down.
Do you notice that he's uncomfortable in the presence of women, like every single time?
He's married, you know.
That doesn't mean that
That's why he's uncomfortable.
Yeah, honestly,
That's a very good
when
reason.
you've had enough experience of women, then you'll understand.
You see,
Can
they're
you
just like
read out your initiatives to me, please?
I'm
9.
19.
1. Critical
A
fail.
grand total of 1.
Jesus. Okay, Rags, what was yours?
19.
Oh, right.
I
Dev,
actually
what
got
was yours?
5.
19.
No. Critical fail is critical fail.
Well, okay, so
Yeah, but for the sake of
that's
initiative. Sorry, V, what did you get?
9.
9, right, okay. Right, okay.
I'll take 5 if you'll give it to me, but critical fail is critical fail.
Dev and Rags, do me a favor and roll again.
Okay. $17 for me.
I got a natural 20 for a 23 total.
Yeah, just to figure out who's going when. Right, Rags. You hear and see a giant scaly monster.
Story of my life.
Yeah, we do.
Is it V?
Not this time.
How did it get all the way up there? All right, so what I'm going to do is, I don't see the initiative list here for when the monster is going.
Yeah, that's because I haven't filled anything like that out.
Do you expect the boomer to understand how to do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
did I
knowing
tell you
the
that
turn
our,
order is
our
useful.
puppy-
Do you know what is the initiative of the monster?
Well, I mean, you guys don't actually know that yet, do you? But it's not fast.
Maybe
But
it's not
well,
hostile.
Given how Uzla and Arch got ones, then it's not the last thing to go.
All right. So, Dev, are you thinking about, well, you're probably going to go next anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that. So I'm just going to make 2 ranged attacks on it. So.
Right, okay.
Will you hit me?
This thing's big enough for him to fire over your head.
And I do have sharpshooter. So attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on ranged weapons. It ignores half cover, 3/4 cover. And before I make an attack with a ranged weapon that you are proficient with, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. And if the attack hits, you add +10 to the damages, to the attack's damage.
Right, okay.
So I'm going to make 2 of those since it's big enough. And where is the button for that? I got Pathfinder on the brain right now.
You click on your longbow in the inventory on your character page.
Okay.
Are you taking a -5 penalty?
Yes.
Oh, you are now that you've got the 22.
Oh, no, I haven't even clicked over yet.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
And I'll do the exact. And does that factor in the arrows I'm using, the iron arrows? Or I guess that's the iron is the default we're using, correct?
Yeah, that'll be D6.
Okay.
Once
So-
you have your hit now, just click on the longbow in the chat log, and it'll give you your damage.
All right. Can I get a -5 to it from here, or do we just apply that once I roll?
We'll just add 10 onto it afterwards.
All right.
All right, so 15. Okay, the arrow hits it in the chest, and it screeches and starts coming forward.
Thanks.
You firing again?
Yes. So
Okay.
click that again.
That is a miss.
Oh, well.
Okay. Dev, it's your go.
I'm going to retreat so I don't instantly die. Let's go I have 45, so I'll run back.
Sorry, right, okay.
Yeah, I'll wait. We'll regroup.
Okay. V.
So having a legendary creature guarding the mine for us would be pretty epic. So Sargon, I want you to tell me if I cast this on myself, would the creature be able to understand me?
I can't tell you.
This is going to have to be one hell of a
Ridiculous question.
persuasion roll.
I can't tell you.
This sounds like an idea that's happening.
So this spell
Fucking
grants the
try
creature
it.
you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, the target speaks any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understand what it says. So it's a magical spell. And my question is, according
All
to the
spells
rules,
are magical, V, and you can try it to find out if you want.
Try it.
Try it.
Alright. Fine, I'll cast that on myself.
That's worth
This
the
is
turn.
going to...
Yeah, it did 15 damage, Rax.
All right. Just making sure. I want to know how to
Alright,
read
I'm
the
keeping
way
that, don't
it
worry.
displays things.
Can I communicate with it now, or do I need to wait for a turn?
Talking's a
could-
free action.
We mean you
What's
no
the fr-
harm as an arrow sticks out of its face.
Yeah, what are you saying to it?
So
Watch V
we
get critical success on the persuasion roll.
we can give more pain, or if you leave us alone, we will give food. Your decision.
It just roars at you and keeps coming.
Well, isn't
What-
like a
what
roll?
does
that I
it
need to
roar?
do?
Oh, you just seen some monstrous screeching roar.
I would be able to understand what it says, by the way.
Only if
doesn't
it speaks a language.
speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what the spell does.
No, it
This
doesn't.
is why I ask.
Well, yeah, but it's not speaking in a
Yeah,
language.
not all roars are like trying to communicate concepts, or like a
Damn
language.
you!
There's no grammar or something. This is just roaring at you.
I think poorly of your company.
How dare you, sir? Interrupting my rest and then shooting me with an arrow.
My Tuesday tea is ruined.
Do you not respect private property rights, sir?
You violated my NAP.
Did you ignore the sign? No, it doesn't speak to you.
All right.
But I mean, yeah, it could have done.
As chat points out, it's English for roar.
Arch.
Does Arch even know what's happening? Does he even care?
Yeah, you can see it. You've got a direct line.
Okay, well, since you said I can't switch weapons instantaneously anymore, I'm going to spend a turn bringing out my bow.
Okay.
Real slow. Whilst looking at Dev and going like, oh, sorry, Dev, just, give me a second here.
Right, okay, Uzulu, what are you doing?
Politely asking if there is a representation of this creature on the map, or if we're not supposed to have one.
It's down here at the bottom.
Bottom
Sorry?
right, yeah.
Down here is the see.
Ah, down there. Gotcha. Did not see that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
You
quite
have a
long
roll
way away.
20 open, right?
Anyway,
Yeah,
what
but I
are you
zoomed in
doing?
because I had no idea of the scale.
Right, okay.
Um,
What
Good question. I guess I'll dismount the spider lolly. I don't think mounted combat's the best thing for this.
okay.
I'll get myself off the sex offenders registry.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Actually, being mounted inflicts no benefits or negatives, so
Well, you
Really,
get
either
speed.
way.
You get-
No, you go faster.
Unless you get the perk.
You get an extra speed, don't you?
yes, that's it.
Possibly. But I mean, we can use this to distract it.
Well, I
We
mean,
can bite it on the arse.
that's true. You probably could.
I'll bet that spider
I can
can
always
clamber up the rock walls really easily too. Get around it.
Right.
Yep.
I can
Rags.
always bring the spider back to me.
My go.
I don't know if it is.
Oh, no, sorry, yes,
Chat's
no.
saying that a dismount costs half movement, so I think I get to do something else. I'm not sure what.
Sorry, go ahead.
Does that mean I get an action?
You get half movement.
I remember I'm new to D&D.
You might as well
To be
just
honest with
move
you,
up.
I thought it was an action to get off. So
You might as well just move up, and we can like form up in a rank or something to fight this thing.
Yeah. Well, some people dismount by accident, so
I guess my spider also has some movement as well, half movement. So I'll take.
no, your spider can just wait until next turn.
So mean.
Yes, but sorry, where are you going?
Okay. bear in mind, party, for this fight, if you stay within 10 feet of me, you get like an advantage on saving throws.
Oh.
I think. Bonus to saving throw equal to my charisma modifier, with a minimum bonus of +1. So it's probably worth doing for most of the time. So just huddle up, guys.
All right.
Other than that, I guess not much I can do this end. Does anyone need healing yet? Is anyone coming into this with low health?
No, we're all good. We're all good for that.
All right. I won't. Yeah, I'll move up a bit because I'm tankier. Shouldn't be at the back.
Mm-hmm.
That'll do.
Okay. I actually forgot to move the creature during its go. Yeah.
Oh Jesus! How far
By
can
the
it
way,
move?
how tall is the thing I'm on? Like, is it taller than the creature, or?
It's about 15 feet, which puts you about eye level with one of the. Oh, sorry, I should have chosen different. Should have chosen a different model actually. I should have chosen this model instead.
Oh, I like that one much more.
Yeah, because he's
It's tinier.
Oh,
It's not tiny. I am just.
It's been on a diet. Oh, never mind.
I don't like this model any better.
Right. Okay. So.
One head for each of us.
Is this literally a Hydra? Are we going to end up chopping off heads until there's infinite heads?
Well, does it look literally
The
like a Hydra?
Wait, this is perfect for me. I can just spend one turn chopping off its heads for eternity.
But imagine the XP.
So, am I taller than it, or is it like eye level with me?
It's eye level with you,
Mhm.
so it can bite
This
you.
is this
it
is
can-
definitely a Hydra. I mean, this is Sargon's campaign. We just need to leave now.
Is it really that bad, Arch?
Yes, I think Sargon has looked at you know the Wandering Mountains things, the thing that should literally be impossible for us to survive.
Yeah.
This is slightly worse.
Oh,
Okay,
Slightly
well,
worse, did you say?
Sorry, hang on, let me remeasure this to make sure I got this the right distance.
Well,
That's,
Arch, you don't get your silver if we don't kill this Hydra, so we can't leave.
No. We're leaving. This thing is going to require a lot more planning.
yeah, but think about it this way: like, if we die, then it's the GM's fault for making a way too difficult encounter, and we get player campaign, so
That's
it's not
the-
that bad.
That's
Well.
just about the most cynical thing I've ever heard you say, V.
yeah. And you're a gypsy. We've had a lot of cynical stuff come out of you.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got a plan.
Okay.
No, V, you don't understand.
Rags,
We are
it's
leaving.
your go.
All right, so as I ready an arrow and look at the beast, I turn to Arch because he's, my boss and all, he pays the bills. And I say, what exactly, are we going to keep fighting this? Are we going to run? What do we do?
It's not that bad. I'm looking at the stats. Come
Who
on.
are you?
V.
Yeah, no, it
He's-
is
he's
that
up on his
bad.
mountaintop
We
with the
need
book.
to
Oh, it's-
plan
that's
for
not
this.
that bad.
This is
You'll be fine.
this requires preparation. We don't have the gear for this.
Because if
Yeah, but, all right, hold on. Just out of character here. Arch, you're metagaming the fuck out of this.
No, I'm seeing a giant fucking multi-headed monster.
Yeah, but you saw this with the Ant Queen, and you saw this with the Mounds, and you saw this with the Dire Bear.
V, you're telling him this right after saying, I looked up the stats, guys.
Yeah, because he kept talking about the Hydra this, Hydra that. So I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
It's a Hydra. It's a easily recognizable monster in this world. I mean, it's a fucking Hydra.
So should we goodbye, Dra, and just hit the road here, or what do we want me to do?
I don't think we're gonna.
With that.
No, let's fight him. This is we've been waiting for a actual tough combat for a while. This will probably be a tough combat.
Let's make a hell of a trophy.
I
Yeah,
want to
I'm-
find it as well. It's just
Yeah,
one.
depending on which version Sargon has picked here, it could actually literally be 100% impossible for us to beat this thing right now.
Come on, Arch.
Do you think he'd do that?
Arch, sack up. Come on, sack up. Sack up.
I
Well,
think if we have to, we can disengage and run. I think we'll be fine.
You can disengage, can you?
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
Yes, you can, Dev.
Okay,
Can I fire and then move?
Yeah.
All right. So what I'll do is, if we're disengaging, I will take 2 more shots at it as we're leaving. So let me.
Well, I don't think we're leaving. Disengage means to run. It means to move without triggering reactions.
Oh, I thought we were leaving, like in terms of we're no longer fighting this. We're gonna regroup and try something or prepare or whatever Arch was saying we do.
By the way, looking at the speed, I think we can stay out of range and fire at it.
Lee, how about you not metagame? If you're going to bitch about Arch doing it, why don't you not do it?
Because I just saw it move.
You also just looked at the stats, didn't you?
No.
Yes, you did. Don't say no.
Listen, first of all, no. Hold on, faggot. First of all, you say, listen, just go back in time. Why do you keep speaking over me? First of all, when you literally summoned the monster, you said, oh, this thing isn't very fast, is it? Right? Secondly, I saw you move it. It started from the corner of the screen, and it moved all the way till here.
That doesn't mean you didn't just tell us you looked up the stats.
You did say that, V.
You did say you looked up the stats.
Of course I looked up the stats. If Arch keeps saying, this is a Hydra, guys. A Hydra, everyone. Warning, Hydra. It's like, yeah, I looked at the stats now. Blame
The
us.
thing is, I'm not metagaming like that. I know it's a Hydra. We can all see it's a Hydra.
Yeah.
I said it was a Hydra before ever looking at anyone looked it up.
Yeah, I saw Hercules. I know a Hydra when I see
The thing is,
it.
I will admit I am metagaming in one way, in that I know what a Hydra is, and I know that if Sargon picked the version I think he has, we can't beat it. We literally do not have
This
the
isn't
preparation.
necessarily an accurate representation of the kind of Hydra you've met.
Yeah, why are you being a racist and assuming all Hydras are the same?
You didn't just look at his skin and thought, well...
Pretty much.
I took one look at him and I knew all I needed to know. I know you're kind.
I have an instant solution. This is how they beat it in Hercules, kind of. Summon your cathedral on it now.
Well, I think in the story they what's his face? He got melted, like melted lead.
I'm starting to think that the talking as a free action thing is being abused at this point.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We can end the discussion here. Like, all I'm saying is, I'm not getting in melee with that thing, and I'm getting close enough.
You guys are ready.
Well, it's Rams's turn, so.
All right, I will fire 2 shots and then I'll do my move here. So let me bring up my thingy and press my buttons, and I will take the -5 to hit for the +10 damage.
What's the point in wasting the arrows if you're just going to run off?
Well, I'm not getting really a solid answer here on what we're doing.
Right. Okay.
I think we should stay.
Yeah, that's the point. I don't really know. I didn't get a solid answer.
It's just one creature, and it's 5 of us plus the pet.
So that's my first attack.
Okay. That's a miss.
All right, and I will do another.
And that is a hit.
I'm sure that won't just piss it off.
So that's 21.
It's pretty good.
And then I will move back. Let's see.
Yeah, the range on your bow is 150 feet before you start getting disadvantage, right? You can go back.
I don't get any disadvantage for distance because I have the sharpshooter feat.
Sargon, if we want to kite it, the map is too small.
I'm sorry?
If we want to kite it, like Archie suggested.
Oh, he plays StarCraft 2 one time and he thinks he's a kiting expert now.
I've not played StarCraft 2 for years.
Okay, kiting means moving out of range. So, like, fire and run. And we can't do that because the map is too small.
It's fighting at a distance while staying out of range of his attack.
Yeah, keeping enemies in your distance while out of their distance.
Sucks for you, then.
We didn't know what kiting was.
No, I mean...
He thinks it's flying a kite.
Well, I personally don't think it's flying a kite. I don't really know what the word means in this context. But, like, if you want to just retreat and keep him at range, then, yeah, it might be quite difficult at the top of a craggy mountain. Yeah. Don't
Can
act
you
like
make-
you're entitled to do this, and I should have arranged the terrain accordingly.
It did sound like that.
All
Didn't
right,
it?
but in
It
the
really
case of,
did. I was like, well, yeah.
okay, but in the case of Rags, if he wants to go north,
Then that's
what-
too tough shit, isn't it?
Right, well, it's very computer-like game that you've made, which
well-
we keep trying to move away from.
Oh, let's get on top of an actual fucking mountain and find ourselves a real fucking Hydra.
See how
Regs,
the kiting goes.
Regs, you can just climb a mountain here or something if you want to get
All right,
further.
Archer, right?
Yeah.
Let's run. The GF is big autistic.
I could do an acro.
No,
I guess for me,
I'm
an acrobatics
being
test.
autistic.
Yes.
V turns up and goes, "Excuse me, this mountain doesn't have enough space for me to act in the tactically as I would prefer. The GM's being autistic. Time for us to go."
Look, I'm not against rolling for difficult terrain, but this is ridiculous. Like, I'm constrained.
I think you have to agree. I think
Okay,
you would have to
who's-
agree that
who's-
even if the GM is being autistic, he's not the only one.
I love how fucking he climbed this spiky crag and now he's looking at the DM like, look, this puts me at a disadvantage.
Well, might as well just put me in an arena with this thing and be done with it.
Okay.
This video game hurts my feelings. Change it.
God, I think it's like, look, if I want to move north, what will happen? Do I need to make a roll? Like, what exactly is north here?
The
10
north
feet.
is back down the trail that you've just cut. Well, like, you know, the sort of like I'm going to call it a trail just for convenience sake. That you've just come up between these two fairly steep cliff edges.
Okay, well, we need to go that way.
Okay, well, it's,
Well, it's-
Rag. Is that the end of your go? Is it, Rags?
I am done. Yeah.
Dev, it's your go.
Uzlu,
Hello.
do you plan to actually engage this thing in
Go beat the
short range
shit out of
combat?
it, Dev. Beat the shit out of it.
Is that your
I
plan, Uzlu?
I actually do have a plan, but it is sort of contingent on my party not pussying out.
I'm not
Well,
supposed to
actually,
do that.
it's only slightly contingent on that because the plan is more theatric than practical.
I'm here for you from way back here.
Which is just as good as if you were right up close, to be fair, isn't it?
Yeah, as a ranger, that's just fine, Regs. Yeah. Okay. I'll form up with Regs and wait a turn. I'm not going to rush in.
Well, you're moving.
Yeah. Well, I'll get beside him. No,
Yeah.
not Regs. Sorry, Uzlu. Yeah.
Who's like,
That's fine.
Arch-
It's the same.
Arch, let's make a line. Let's do this.
Here's a
it's
great
not
message
Arch's
from
turn
chat.
yet. It is actually V's turn. So V.
Arch, are we fighting this thing or are we pussying up?
Like I said, I'm not getting any closer to it.
All right,
You've got
fine.
a bow.
Flaming sphere.
Could you say that any more apathetically?
Yeah, V, you're about to get into an epic battle with a Hydra. Okay, flaming. sphere.
Flaming spear, I guess.
I want the ball of scorching fire like over here to
hang on,
dissuade
hang
it
on,
from
hang
coming to me.
Hit it.
Okay, and I want to jump back.
That's a 15-foot
mate.
jump.
You break your legs.
Well, hang on, no. You're
wanna hit the
casting,
ground
you're casting
rolling.
this, so that's your turn, isn't it?
I got a spell and a movement action.
Yeah, but you're going to need an action to be able to get down.
Considering that this thing is eye level with me, I'm going to risk breaking my neck and taking damage from the fall rather than
No,
staying
no,
here.
you're not. You're not going to do anything. You can't. You need to take an action to get down.
I thought you got a.
Just to interject, I remember in previous runs, if you jump, it's just movement, but you risk taking fall damage. If you want to climb down and not take damage, that's an action.
I would rather take damage than stay where I am right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Acrobatics, sorry.
Acrobatics, I'd say. Hang on a sec.
Let me look up fall damage, I guess.
15 feet, I think.
Yeah, it's 15 feet. He's jumping down.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you fail.
How much do I take?
That's a good question. Dev, what's the fall damage?
Let me take a look. It's 1d6 for every 10 feet.
Right, so
I think it should it should be 2d6 for him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a fan art if this kills V's character?
You only take 10 damage, I mean, but that's quite a lot for 2d6, to be fair.
Okay. Still better than getting bite that, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, 1d6 every 10 feet. It's bludgeoning damage, so you can actually resist it if you have resistance to bludgeoning.
Nope.
Yeah, you have good enough armor, you won't take any full damage.
Right, okay. It is the...
So, wait, move me out of this thing, like here.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. VLAN breaks some ankles.
And Spider's just watching this. Pathetic human.
Right, okay. The Hydra sort of freaks a little bit at the ball of fire, but moves around and goes to
just wander around it.
Zip.
Goes to engage you and Dev and Uzulu. Right, okay. What's your armor class, Dev?
Let's see. 15.
Okay.
And what I like to point out that still no dinosaurs. I mean, does this count as a dinosaur? Because
It's kind of like a dinosaur, yeah.
it's close enough, I guess. You know.
Right, Dev. 2 of the Hydra's heads come down and snap at you, but you managed to dodge aside on each one.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Uzulu, what's your armor class?
17.
You get bitten once and twice. 2 of the heads come in and just smack you in the face. D10. Oof. Right. You take 1 bite of 14 and 1 bite of 8.
Jesus.
Yeah, 22 in total.
Well, that's about a third of my health.
Oof. Arch.
And that was a bad turn for that thing.
It might be time to pull out your tanking gear, Uzulu.
I'll
I
heal
think
this.
that ship has rather sailed. I think
Right,
it's time
Arch.
to pull out my run the fuck away gear.
It's your turn.
Plonk, plonk.
Okay. 1 hit.
And whilst I am doing this,
You're running.
Okay. And the final person is Uzulu.
You got your spider
Okay.
as well, don't forget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. I hadn't forgotten. Okay. now,
I'll heal you,
watch
Uzulu, if you stay there.
All right, go on.
This is very important.
Mhm.
I'm going to move back to start with. Right, this is not the full movement.
Okay.
Then you'll get attack of opportunity.
And the spider moves in.
Hang on. Yeah. I mean, so you're not disengaging.
you
I
need
mean, yes,
to
yeah, I am. I am
do
disengaging.
not let it
No.
get attack of opportunity on you.
Yes, I am disengaging.
Then you're not using that's your action this turn to disengage.
Yeah, but he can still
Okay,
move his pet.
Yeah, you
can
can still move the thing.
I can still move myself as well. Okay, look, what I'm trying to do is put the spider between me and the monster. I figured I'd have to move to do that, but if I have to,
Probably
if
won't
I
matter,
only
the
get to
thing's
move
got a-
once,
It's got a fantastic reach. So,
if I only get to move once, then I'll just take my entire move of 30.
well, no. You can use the disengage action so the Hydra doesn't attack you as you leave, and then move to
Yes.
wherever it is you want to move to, and then you can move the spider, which I should probably make a bit bigger, but the squares aren't very good.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do, yes.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Okay, and then the spider telepathically says, "Get behind me, Oni-chan. I'll protect you." Okay, now this is the time for you all to run the fuck away. It dealt 22 damage to me, and I have a feeling that was roughly average. That gives me another 1.5 turns to survive, and that's a decently armored chap like me. If you two want to fight it without Arch And Rags, even assuming I'm staying, good fucking luck to you. But I recommend that you make liberal use of the disengage action as well. Perhaps this time, just this time.
Okay,
It's a
now,
bit too
Jesus fucking Christ.
I do think it's doable, just maybe not like with this bad of a start.
Dev, I keep
See,
telling
this is-
you
Because it's I've put.
Okay, hold on.
this is doable, but it
I'm gonna
requires
assume
preparation.
Rags,
'Cause
it's your turn.
Because I've done 36 damage.
And Sargon, can you
Sargon,
please
can
make
you-
monsters that Arch doesn't recognize?
Well, no, I'm gonna assume that it gets
can
5
we, can we
attacks.
just let Rags have his turn? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
If we
Hold
are
on,
disengaging,
Just before he does, it's still my turn. I need to move my character back all the way, the full
right,
range
right,
after the disengage.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, yeah, Rags. What are you doing?
all right. So now, what I do have the option to do is I have 4 superiority dice,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them is a pushing attack that I can use to push it back 15 feet away, and one of them is a trip attack to attempt to knock it down.
Is there no sort of size limit on that?
They're large and smaller. If the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw.
This is definitely not just a large creature. This is too big for you to push.
Okay, I got you.
Is it possible that the visual representation here is too small?
Yeah, possibly.
Well, height is important, but I got you. That's fair enough. I think
No,
it's
that's-
reasonable.
that's-
Okay, let's make things
that's-
worse.
Yeah, no, that's no, that's the it's just more accurate representation. Good shout. I should have made it wider.
Also, what I can do, Dev,
He'll run away.
is but I'm right next to the border, so I make
Yeah, you can leave the map whenever you want, which is you running away from combat.
yes. So what I can do though is I can do commander strike. So when I take an attack action, which I have 2 now, I can forego one of my attacks and I can direct you to make a strike and give you a advantage with the superiority die to the attack damage roll.
Yeah, but that wouldn't do us much good if we're running, right? It's just like a waste of a superiority die.
All right, I got you.
Like we have to come back and re-engage this thing at some point to get to the silver, but we should probably be a bit more prepared. I get that the way that Arch said.
Yeah, you bet. So I will, because I don't think you can take a move action with that.
Fly, you fools!
I will be able to get out of this situation 100%. Don't worry about that.
Okay, good.
I'm
That's what I
completely
was worried
fine.
about.
I'm completely
So there's all right. So I guess I'll just I'll fly, you fool. I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out. Toodles.
Right, yeah, later. Right, Dev, it's your go.
Okay. V, you're running, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will. I have 45. Can I get to the edge? I run fast. Yes, I can. Okay. Disengage as my action and leave.
Right, okay, fair enough. V.
Yeah, I'm leaving as well.
How far can you move?
If you dash as your action, V, you can get there.
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, and I used the fireball to block the path.
Oh, okay.
Fireball and Spider Chan.
Yep. Right, Arch.
Can I see it from here?
Yeah.
In which case, just out of sheer fucking spite, plunk plunk, and then leave.
That's 2 hits.
Shoot it through the fire so you get fire arrows.
Yeah, if you wound it, I mean, it'll probably stay wounded for longer. I mean, imagine
Actually,
we
Sargon, can we do this cool combo? Like if I put the fireball, let's say, in front of Arch, and he fires.
An arrow
through
is not going to catch fire just by going through the fire.
See, like, what did you say about the rules of 5th edition? Letting you to improvise.
I'm afraid that's the rules of physics.
But it's magical fire. How do you know? Maybe it's hellfire.
Yeah, but it's a
It's not-
muggle arrow.
Yeah, it's a muggle arrow. Yeah. If you put some
Sargon,
like
rule of cool.
if you put like tar on it or something that could catch fire, then sure, why not? But just no, that's not going to catch fire.
You actually need to do that, Arch. Buy tar so you can put some.
But yeah, Arch, you put a couple of extra fucking arrows into the heads of the hydras, and they scream and try and snap the arrows out before 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 carrying on? What are you doing?
Leaving.
Right, okay. And Uzlu. It looks like the Hydra is turning on Spider-Chan. What's her stance?
Now you're asking the difficult questions. I guess I'll have to look up the stats for the giant spider.
Yeah, is it just a giant spider?
Yeah.
It's got some changes, but I don't think they're combat changes. If you just look up giant spider, it'll be there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll have a look at the spell and tell you if there's any combat changes.
Why doesn't it move away from the fire? It's like badass Hydra.
It doesn't kill it.
No, but I think it hurts it.
Well, it's not touching it, is it?
Well,
It probably doesn't care.
the graphical representation shows that it is.
Okay.
So its intelligence is 6, which is not going to help very much.
No, it's certainly not going to help very much.
Please, wait.
The head, four of the heads of the Hydra just come down, bite 2 legs each, and just rip them apart, and they rip them off the spider. So it's now just laying on the floor, dying and legless. And Anisi, Spider-Chan, disappears from this world.
Ritualist.
It was worth it to save you, Master.
This is the second time the spider has been summoned and died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we didn't have to die.
Want to bet?
She saved her senpais, and she did it with love.
Well, hello. Sorry, it's actually there.
How is it attacking and then moving on the same turn?
Because it can. Who's
I
it's
can
your go.
attack and move.
Disengage and run, man.
Hit its shit, those little bit of shit. It's white. It's white.
You could do it. No, you got this.
It's white, bit of shit.
I still want to know how it's attacking and then moving again.
Because you can.
The
Yeah,
death
you
of the
can,
spider
you can.
fills you with determination.
Like you can, you can hit it and then run if you want.
Yeah, it's not attacking you this turn because it's already attacked.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Let me have a quick look at something.
Just
How
go.
often can I use disengage? Do I need to use it again, or can I just?
You can use it again. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to.
I'm leaving. it's quite obvious what I'm doing.
Okay, Uzlu, you rush off, and the Hydra stops at the top of the brow of the cliffs as you guys scramble down as quickly as possible on your asses.
And we're going to be sitting here like a video game exploit plunking at that thing.
Yeah, boy.
No. After you get significantly out of range, it just turns around and goes back into the area.
Well,
You know, we need to be able to throw 90-kilogram stones over 300 meters to attack this thing.
Why not go
Assemble the
I know what will do
trebuchets.
the trick.
Why not go in, do some damage and get out? And we
Just keep reloading them. Hold on, I have some artwork here.
I think just like in World of Warcraft, once it disengages from combat, it just regens itself instantly.
This is not a video game.
Hold on. This is me and Karl Marx. One day the common folk of the world will rise against the Lord. You have nothing to lose but your chain, my son. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've run. Now we have to get rid of that thing
So
if we're going to get at the silver.
we put in 55 damage.
You counted it up?
You know what you
Yes.
can do, Arch? You can give a message to Prince Henrik, and he can bring his army, and he would probably like to fight that shit himself.
No, because it'd take too much time. And this will make a great trophy for Prince Henrik.
To be honest, I could actually send
all of
him
his
a
friends.
message. I can send him a telepathic message.
Well, we there's 5 heads. There's 5 of us. We can probably each take one.
No, Dev.
Right.
Right.
For now, are you traveling back, or are you carrying on through the undergrowth, or what?
So
I think we should rest
Rags
here.
has knowledge about beasts.
This one now specifically.
What can you tell us, Regs?
Well, it's got 5 heads.
It's not a beast, so
What?
What do you mean, Sandy?
So how do we
Well,
identify
it's still got 5
monsters
heads, so there
in
you
the
go.
current system?
Would I be able? Hold on. That might be like a religious thing. Like, can I use religion to know what it is?
No.
Well, what saint slew the dragon? Because it looks like this shit in the icons.
It doesn't look like this.
Okay,
What
so
is it if
here's
it's not a beast?
So what can we use
dragon,
to identify monsters now?
Oh, you can still use your survival skill. It's just that it's not like one of your favorite enemies.
Okay. I don't know what it is. Rax, do you know what it is?
Rax didn't even remember getting to a fight.
My grandma told me about these things.
Like, I'm still a little shaken up.
Yeah, V, you believe it's a Hydra.
My grandma told me
All right.
about these things. They grew in the mountains. They defend usually mines or places that people like to gather.
The problem is that, of course, complete and utter hogwash. Okay, this is half metagame, but I ask V, are you sure it is a Hydra? Stressing.
If it is a
Yeah?
Hydra, it's a third of the way dead.
No,
It's
no, no.
actually one of the lesser
I'll
Hydras,
just
going
put
into the
extreme
lower
emphasis on the A Hydra.
Yeah.
It's actually
mean,
one of the lesser
Even Hydras
hydras.
must get randy at some point. What do they do?
The gods keep interrupting me while I speak, even though I rolled a 20.
You guys hear that?
You rolled a 16 and got 20.
No, I rolled a 20.
No,
Let's check
you
it
rolled a
out.
16.
What the
And you got a
fuck?
20. It's not some sort of critical success.
No, it's
And-
20 on survival. Oh,
But you know that it's a Hydra.
right.
You know they're very scary, tough beasts. They have 5 heads. They apparently do enough damage to rip a spider apart in one turn. You know what they can regenerate when they regrow heads.
It is weak to fire, comrades.
Like a lot of
Okay.
animals.
So I think there actually is a strategy here because
Even some
The
people.
strategy is very simple. It's weak to fire. Okay, we're gonna need torches and fire.
Sorry.
What we can do is to buy alchemy oil, and we make like we douse a big puddle and we lower it in, and then I
Okay,
cast my
V.
fireball.
I know your grandma told you about this, but we are on a fucking island now. Where do you suggest we buy the alchemy oil?
Hold
I
on, it's
have
weak to
al-
fire.
guys,
I have
guys.
a great idea. Napalm air raid.
I have Alchemist's Fire.
No one.
He's got alchemist fires. This one is smart, and we need some.
I don't think Alchemist Fire has the same effect as napalm. If I'm honest, isn't it just like?
Actually,
Isn't
no,
that
it's really fucking similar.
This
Yeah,
guy
no,
is speaking
we-
foolishness. There is no
We
such.
need a continuous source of fire damage. Fire arrows would be the best.
Okay, we capture one of these
No,
Greek
it's-
ships, and
it's-
these
yeah,
Greek
I
ships
guess
have
so.
Greek fire.
Hang on, man. Come on.
Big
Um,
fire.
So basically, V, you know that at the end.
We can get a lot of hay and branches, and I can use burning hands on it as the beast steps and grows closer.
There are those
Let me see.
dried bushes we can use.
What we need to do is find its lair, lay a bunch of C4, and then just wait.
Let's lure it into a dried bush and light it on fire. Or alternatively, when it hit you, Uzlu, it hit you twice for what, 8 and 14?
You know,
Yeah.
we could just craft
Okay.
some fire arrows for me.
Well,
Yeah,
8.
just
Hold on
get
a second.
Fire arrows.
Yeah, we'll get fire arrows too, but like 8
that's
and
good.
14 individually isn't that much. It's just that you got hit with both of them on the same turn. And that's
That's fine,
because
yeah.
Say that, but
Yeah,
he
it
does
has-
have
it-
5.
well, no, it has 5 heads, so it gets 5 bites. But there are like if you and I and Arch and maybe even V engage it in close range combat, it can't. It'll probably end up
I am
just
not
biting
getting
one of
near
us
to
each.
that thing, comrade. You are speaking fully.
It'll
Okay,
probably
so-
just bite one
hang
of
on,
us
hang on,
each.
hang on. So, it's like coming towards the evening by the time you get like a bit further down the mountain, so you can be sure you're safe.
I will take the time to gather poultice to heal up.
Would you
Usually-
need to go back into
Yeah.
the jungle for that?
We're not close enough for an encamp, I mean.
Well, you could go down and encamp, or you could. I mean, you could encamp on the mountain, I suppose, if you feel safe there.
Let's check out the poultices.
You can spend 1 hour gathering herbs and preparing herbal poultices using treated bandages to create a number of poultices equal to your wisdom modifier.
Poisoning it. Like we take a big chunk of meat, we put some arsenic in it, and then we throw it to it. And as it eats it, it's going to get poisoned.
So I
Does
can
anyone have
carry
any
one.
VX nerve gas?
What on earth is this crazy man saying? What is nerve gas? What are nerves?
So
I do
since
not understand.
I'm level 6, so
Someone
that'll
old
heal
to
you
me is
3d6.
speaking heresy constantly. C4 nerves. What are these?
Hey, can you stop, man, please? What? Right. Sorry, what were you saying, Rex?
I'm gonna when we do get to camp, unless we make one here or go back to the original camp.
What I think we should do is head back to the forest. You can get your poultices and heal up Uzulu so that V's not wasting any spells.
I can heal myself, but
He
If you
gets
have
all the
poultices,
spells back for resting anyway, doesn't he?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes. Okay.
I can heal myself. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Though I should rest afterwards.
If we're going to be using fire, I have 2 containers of Alchemist's Fire. V has a whole bunch of spells that deal fire damage.
I can gaslight it.
There's more than enough flammable stuff in the encounter map. There's like the dried bushes and that, right? If we can lure it towards one of those and then light it up, it might actually work.
It's an interesting idea.
And also, if for example, we can give Rags some arrows coated in something. Like, don't we have oil? Doesn't one of us have Arch, don't you have oil? Didn't you buy a flask of oil?
We have torches. Those have burning material on them.
Let me see. I thought one of us bought a flask of oil at some point. Though we can.
I have a brilliant idea. I have an amazing idea. Drug it with the love potion and then give the other half to one of us.
You want to be in love with the.
Finally, we found a use for the love potion. It won't
We know it's
attack
got
us.
5 heads.
Romantic relationship with one of us.
But only one of the heads, Uzulu.
Yeah, what if the other
but
heads
the
get
others-
jealous?
The others will get used to it.
Well, then it'll
We'll have
tear
a
itself
relationship
apart. It's
with them.
brilliant.
That's true. No, it's fine. We'll have an open relationship with all the heads.
All right, I'm down with that. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to last. I think some of the heads are going to get jealous of the other heads, and I just can't see it happening.
Yeah, but then it's their problem, Sargon. It's not
Other
ours.
but
heads
then
are
it's
going
not
down a
proper
path
because
I
they
can't
go to
follow.
Right. Okay. So are you guys resting on the mountain? Yeah.
You want to rest
Yeah,
here,
right
guys?
next to the Hydra. It's great.
Well, you're about a kilometer away at this point.
Oh, I have an even better idea. Give half the love potion to the spider and half to the Hydra. There you go. It's a match made in heaven.
Weird. It's effectively some kind of spider hydra bestiality.
Yep.
That's all.
Yes, but
But
we found a really good reason. for
Okay,
it.
just to be sensible for a minute, because it's 10:30, so we may as well stop now.
Okay.
If you're gonna rest here, then I'll make a note and we can pick up next time.
How does
sure.
the chat like my roleplay? I think I should do it more often.
No, I don't think you should.
The chat likes it.
It was all right, just not when other people are trying to talk.
I got into it.
Yeah, I know that was the thing. You got too far into it, but I mean, it was pretty good actually. I thought. Right. Okay. So you're resting on the mountain.
Sure.
Yeah,
You
let's
got
do that.
Smacked by the hydra.
But we can't just ignore this fight if we want to get at the silver. So
And I do think that we should return as soon as we can because we did put 55 damage into it. And the more time we give it to heal and rest up,
Yeah. Hydras have got some form of regeneration, haven't they?
it might be just fully healed by the next morning. Actually, Sargon, would you mind showing us the encounter map so we can plan out a bit?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I presume it will probably slip back into
it'll be on
the
the
alcove it was in, right?
stream.
So what we could do is, we can sneak up. We can position people on the left and right so that it doesn't see it. I can coat the ground in Alchemist's Fire and then get its attention, and then run. And then when it comes out, the people on the sides can light it up.
Why not
There's
poison?
there's that choke point, right?
Like actually poison it. Just
I don't
put
think poison's gonna work.
But poison
in
it
this
with
situation.
fire.
Yeah, there you go.
Put poison in food and give it to it.
Ooh, I have an idea. Put shit at the top of its water supply.
Nah, actual.
Well, we're gonna be
poison.
here too, so
Like rags can know berries that are poisonous, for example. Make a paste.
We're going to need to gather for quite a while to get enough poisonous berries to kill this thing.
Probably a lot easier than actually killing it. It's also a dice
That is a
roll,
good
you know.
point. Mm.
Poisonous mushrooms. There's a lot of poisonous stuff in the jungle. Maybe those frogs that bite you when you die. You know, you get a couple of them.
I have
Snakes as well.
a 3 for nature, 3 nature for survival. So I imagine that would help me find poisonous herbs and things like that out in the woods.
And then I can create summon food. And we
Yeah,
can
because
put-
there's 5 of us. So while you're doing that, I could be doing this. You could be preparing other things. You know, we could each contribute. And even if it only gives a little bit of a bonus, that's a little bit of a bonus.
Chat, binary server says, have you considered poisoning V and feeding him to it?
I haven't considered coming up with an actual plan, Zulu, because you're like,
I
oh,
just
look, oh, nerve gas, oh.
Well, I think my plan's actually the plan we should go with,
Funny.
because there is that choke point in the natural rock
Yeah,
face.
we can do both. Like the idea of the poison is that you might actually get some advantage or some bonus to it or some shit, depending on what the GM wants to give us.
Someone said Rags and the Hydra fall in love, and their child will be known as Cerberus. Let's do it.
Right, okay. So I'll leave a mark there, and I guess we'll pick this up next time.
Oh yeah.
Here, let me read the super chats, I guess, before we go,
Oh yeah.
because there's been some questions in that. I'm surprised V is spending time with you, Rabble, after cashing in his fortune from his StarCraft tournament victory.
Oh, you a big name in Korea?
I seduced a real hot Korean lady. I play StarCraft with her dad.
This
What was
is a
the name,
fair.
Ellie?
This is a fair-sized island compared to London. The length is comparable to Heathrow to Canary Wharf, and the width is Blackheath to Hampstead Heath. A brave plan based on your success in the conquest. I don't know
Fortune
anything about
favors the
London.
bold.
Is that actually like a large amount of time? I don't know. Can Sargon please tell me what the UKIP plan for Northern Ireland is? I've read the manifesto, and the plan for Northern Ireland is still vague.
Prison
Honestly,
camp.
I'm not massively sure myself, but I mean, I think the most sensible thing for Britain to do is just to not put a barrier there or a border crossing or anything. Just leave it soft. We don't have to enforce it ourselves.
Arch metagaming like a fag. Shame on you, sir.
Yeah, to
That
be
goes to
honest.
you too, V.
Well, no.
I looked at the stats.
Every single time Arch tells me the creature, I will look it up. I can't help myself, okay? So can you please make some creatures that Arch doesn't recognize?
Can't help it.
No, but like,
I mean, I
it's a
don't make-
hydra. I'm sure every one of us knows what a hydra is. Surely this is a mythical beast.
Yeah, I mean, like, hydras are pretty commonly known, I think.
Just make a giant spider with the
I
same
didn't
stats
tell
as
you
the-
its stats. I didn't tell you why we couldn't beat it.
Yeah, but
But
Arch,
we
every
couldn't.
time you tell me, I can't help myself. Please don't tell me.
That's not my problem.
Okay,
That is
okay.
yours.
Okay, Sargon, it's not my problem. I'm telling you what Arch told me.
Okay, hold on. Rate Spider Lolly's hugs out of 10.
Hold on, your input.
Well, the
Right
Hydra
now-
gives them, 8 legs out of 8. So
After Dev's turbo sprint, he drops out of warp as an old man, screams communism doesn't work, and then crumbles to dust. When Asteres arrives, everyone starts to die. I don't know what that's about. Arch, would you play a PC player by Lindy Beige to run your colony? Who's Lindy Beige?
It's
You
a
don't
nice
know Lindy
YouTuber.
Beige? She's a great channel on
He
YouTube
makes
that you
good
should watch.
shit. Yeah.
Oh.
he did
He
an
talked-
amazing one about the Iliad and the Odyssey. Really great video.
Lindy Beige.
Am I surprised that Marx encourages violence? He beat me to a pulp. No, I guess I'm not surprised after all. I did actually, and then someone here said that I accused the bishop of disagreeing with the Inquisition. I did accuse the bishop to his face that he was disagreeing with the Inquisition. He just kind of shrugged it off. So that's kind of... next campaign needs to be Warhammer 40k. Make it happen, lads. You know you want to.
Let's do it.
Right. Any others? Any others?
Yeah, don't forget to punish the old man. I think it means the blind old man. I don't think we're doing that. I don't think we're going back to him.
He's blind. He's already punished.
Everything is heretical. Everything is wicked. Everything is unclean, and you must point it all out.
It's true.
Someone asked Arch to check out Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. I don't know what that is.
It's a game.
And then
It's drama.
V, when are you reviewing Orc Bolg?
Not
I think he means Orc Bulge. You know how V is.
By the way, Sargon Goblet Slayer is down. You can find all the remaining episodes from season 1.
Is that any good? Because I was starting to get bored of it.
Yeah, it gets better. Like at the end, it gets interesting.
Yeah.
If we're talking anime, dude, the newest series of Fairy Tail is fucking amazing.
Hmm.
I'm glad you all agree.
Doesn't
Kill
have nice
yourself.
tits.
Yeah.
D&D is great, but have you tried Corbynism yet? I think that's it. Wait, no D&D means yellow vest time. Well, we had D&D, so no yellow vest.
Well, apparently not.
Call Anna Super a Nazi. That's bloody
Yeah,
hate crime.
if you put the
How
yellow
dare you.
vest, don't call someone a Nazi. You're not allowed.
How dare you, sir? They're allowed to call you a Nazi, but you're not allowed to call them a Nazi right back. That's just wrong.
Oh my god! Did you see my video on it? Because I got some really nice clips.
I haven't
from
had time yet. I only saw
Don't
the
you
stuff
know
that's been
about
going
the
around.
burden of proof?
You know
I was
that
in
Jess Phillips is-
London today. So
Do you know that Jess Phillips is concerned
what with?
with the fact that people called an MP a Nazi? She doesn't
Oh
like.
wow. I'm concerned about MPs calling their constituents misogynists. So let's have a conversation, Jess. We've both got concerns here.
But you know what's interesting about it now that we're talking about it? Like, okay, so she doesn't like being called a Nazi, and in the next sentence, like exactly next sentence, she calls them a fascist. and I'm thinking about it, and it's like, okay, so if they're fascist,
It does.
and it's like, if they're fascist, why are they calling you a Nazi? Like, why are they using their ideology against you as an insult? In what world does that make sense?
I don't know, but I actually really want to go watch this video now. So if that's the last super chat, that's cool. I'm gonna go.
That is the end of it.
Cool.
So,
Well, thanks for hosting it, Dev. Really appreciate it, man.
no problem.
Hydra hunting next week.
I do think that we have a decent plan here with the Alchemist Fire. Rags, we can even dip some of your arrows into it if you want. Because I have 2 flasks, so we'll be good.
Yeah, we'll figure out the flask to arrow ratio here later.
Yeah. All right. I guess I will click the button. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Ta.